by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday.
We welcome you on to the Brazos and into McLean Stadium. It's homecoming here in Waco. Celebrations are in the air, and the Oklahoma State Cowboys are in town. Hi, everybody. I'm Aidan, Pham, joined alongside Aidan O'Connor today, and you're listening to Baylor Football on Baylor Lariat Radio. The Baylor Bears coming off a dominant win over Texas Tech last week. They'll be looking for their second straight conference win today in front of a packed home crowd at McLean Stadium. On the other hand, the Cowboys started the year off 3-0, lose 4 straight. They'll look to right the ship today and win their first conference win of the year. Big story of the line today for Oklahoma State is going to be Alan Bowman starting at quarterback. Bowman started the first 6 games of the year before being benched. Garrett Rangel started against BYU before leaving the game early with a collarbone injury last week. Aidan, what are you looking from Bowman this week?
Just seeing if, that consistency, because originally he got benched because of that inconsistency. So can he be consistent with his play, and will the offense try a little bit more running plays like they do with Rangel and change it to him, be more dynamic? So just looking for more dynamic play calling and consistency.
Yeah, and on the other hand, Baylor started the year off promising a 2-1 start before falling to Colorado in a crushing overtime loss. And before they knew it, they found themselves sitting at 2-4. However, last week went to Lubbock, beat Texas Tech 59-35, sitting at 3-4, fighting for a bowl game this year. What are you looking from Baylor today?
For Baylor, I think they just need to run the ball. Oklahoma State allows 237.9 rushing yards a game, and they have an up-and-coming running back in Bryson Washington who has proved himself to be a valuable piece for this Baylor offense. So I think getting that offense going, getting that momentum, getting the run game established is what will be the key for Baylor.
And kind of flipping the script, Oklahoma State, Ollie Gordon, one of the best running backs in the country. This Baylor defense averages 3.8 yards per carry given up on the ground. What's going to be the key to victory today to stop Ollie Gordon?
The key to victory is just, I think it is twofold. You stop Alan Bowman so they have to rely more on Ollie Gordon more than they already do, because you already know that he's injured, he's a little hobbled, but he is the entirety of that offense. So just getting out in front and not letting him get momentum, getting those home run plays, that will be key for them.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just real quickly, Aidan, what is one key to victory today that you are looking for?
One key to victory for me is, like I said earlier, just how Bryson Washington will play against this very poor rushing defense for Oklahoma State.
Yeah, and for me, I'm going to go with Baylor needs to play a solid 4 quarters of football. They've kind of struggled with that this season, not getting off to a good start, finding themselves in a hole, being able to fight down the stretch, but just too little too late. They're going to need to start fast, start quick today, get off to a good start, and find themselves in a good position going into the 4th quarter. And with that, we'll introduce you to the starting lineups for today. First for Baylor on offense, number 30, Bryson Washington, the redshirt freshman, 6 feet, 203 pounds, out of Franklin, Texas. What are you going to look for Bryson Washington today?
Just replicating his performance last week. He was injured early in the season, but has now gotten to show what his capabilities are. So replicating that performance and keeping the word consistency, keeping that going, that is what is going to be key for both of these teams. Who can carry over their best performances from the year?
And starting at quarterback today, the kid out of Lubbock, Texas, junior, number 13, Sawyer Robertson, 6'4", 220. Last week threw for a career-high 5 touchdowns in his homecoming to Lubbock, as we see the Baylor line run across the field here. And at receiver on the outside, number 11, Tetron Jackson, 16, Hal Presley, and 34, Josh Cameron.
Josh Cameron had a career week last week. He was amazing, and he's the first wide receiver for Baylor to have a 7-touchdown-plus season since Taquan Thornton in 2021. So he's been a very pivotal part of this offense and a good developmental piece for Sawyer Robertson.
At tight end today for the Bears, number 1, Michael Trigg, the redshirt junior, 6'4", 246 out of Tampa, Florida, transferred from USC. And taking a look at the offensive line from left to right, Sidney Fugar getting the start at left tackle, Ryan Lingell left guard, Cohen Price has been the starting center all year, Omar Ibedion on the right side at guard, and Campbell Barrington at right tackle today. For Oklahoma State on defense, at defensive end, number 99, Iman Oates, the redshirt junior, 6'3", 305 out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Started every game this year, and this is his first season getting some real collegiate experience.
Yeah, coming from a JUCO to this environment, he's made a very good transition because very different environments.
And at nose tackle, we got number 93, Colin Clay, redshirt senior, 6'4", 330, 14 tackles on the year, transfer from Arkansas. And on defensive end on the other side, number 96, Cody Waltersheed, the redshirt senior, 6'7", 275, making his 23rd straight start this afternoon. Looking at the linebacker court, the Rover linebacker, number 11, Dylan Smith, started 6 games this year, 16 tackles. At the will linebacker spot, number 33, Obi Ezigbo, 29 tackles on the year, made his first FBS starts in the past 5 games, filling in for the injured Colin Oliver. And this is an Oklahoma State defense that is riddled with injuries. We'll talk about that more in just a second. But continuing with the linebackers, number 22, Jeff Roberson, the redshirt senior. And at Sam, number 5, Kendall Daniels, 31 tackles on the year. He made the final 2 overtime tackles in the win over Arkansas. They'll look for a big performance from him today.
Yeah, he's been a great part of this defense, having the team high 3 sacks. So look out for him today, putting some pressure on Sawyer Robertson.
Taking a look at the secondary, we got number 2, Corey Black, starting at corner today. Kobe Hilton, the free safety, getting the start. Cameron Epps, number 7, tore his ACL last week. He'll be out for the season. And we expect Trey Rucker, number 9, to start at strong safety today. He's been kind of hurt this season, possibly getting the start today. And at corner, number 3, Cam Smith.
Yeah, the injuries have been very rough for the Oklahoma State defense, but good, like you said, that even though he's been battered up, Trey Rucker is going to be on this team because he leads the team in tackles. So without him, they would be in much worse shape.
And now looking at the Cowboy offense, running back number 0, Ollie Gordon, will get the start today. 127 yards and 3 touchdowns last week out of Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah, he's been such a pivotal part of this offense for the time he's been at Oklahoma State. Last year led the FBS in rushing yards. This year hasn't had the same type of performances, but still such a great back.
Starting at quarterback today, like we talked about in the pregame, number 7, Alan Bowman, the redshirt senior, who started the first few games, got benched, came in last week due to Rangel getting hurt.
Yeah, it's been an up and down year for him, and this is a game where he's looking to prove, hey, I am the starting quarterback of this team. When Rangel comes back and he's healthy again, you don't need to start him. You start me for the rest of the year.
The wide receiver core for Oklahoma State today, number 1, DeJon Stribling, the redshirt junior. Number 9, Io Shoto Meidking, the redshirt sophomore. And number 10, Rashad Owens, also a redshirt senior. And in the slot position, number 80, Brennan Presley, the senior who leads the team with 5 touchdown receptions this year. Taking a look at the tight ends, number 40, Josh Ford, to get the start. And the offensive line from left to right at left tackle, number 71, Dalton Cooper. At left guard, 67, Cole Birmingham. Joe Mikulski will get the start at center. It's going to be Preston Wilson at right guard and Isaiah Glass at right tackle. For Baylor on defense, that's defensive front, number 9, Trevin Mayai, the redshirt senior, a powerful presence on the defensive line. He'll be joined alongside numbers 97, Cooper Lands. Suffered an ankle injury early this year, but he controls the line of scrimmage so well. Good to have him back. And Jackie Marshall rounds out the defensive line at number 0, the redshirt junior, 6'3", 290.
Yeah, a very big boy and a good mainstay on that defensive line.
The linebacker core, number 5, Garmin Randolph at the jack position. Also expecting to see number 10, Steve Linton. Matt Jones, the leader on that defense, at middle linebacker today, number 2. And Keaton Thomas to round out the linebackers, number 11, the redshirt sophomore, 6'2", 224.
Yeah, they've both been such a pivotal part of that defense. Keaton Thomas being the first interception of the year versus Charlton State getting sort of that confidence for the team going, and Matt Jones being a captain of this team that leads the entire defense.
And with that, we'll finish with the defense in just a second as we get ready for the kickoff here from McLean Stadium. Logan Ward to kick off. Back deep for Baylor is Jamal Bell and Michael Allen. As Ward boots it north to left, end over end. And Jamal Bell will catch it at the goal line. He'll take it out himself, cross the 10, and wrapped up on the play around the 15-yard line. And that's where Sawyer Robertson and company will get started today.
Yeah, Sawyer Robertson been amazing for this Baylor football team. Is 9th in the FBS in total QBR with 83.8. Just been such a great mainstay for this team the entire year, and hoping to duplicate his performance last week, certainly 5 passing touchdowns.
On 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line, Robertson in the gun. Washington lined up to his right. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Robertson takes a snap, hands off to Washington, who powers forward on the right side, but quickly met by a host of Oklahoma State defenders. Gained around 2 on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
That's what we were talking about before. That's what Oklahoma State needs to do to this Baylor offense. Have them get short yardage and not get much momentum.
2nd and 8 from the 16-yard line. Robertson in the gun, takes the snap, takes the handoff, looks left, fires, got a man in stride. That's Michael Trigg. Trigg makes a man miss, past the 50 and down at the 47-yard line. Michael Trigg with a big burst there gets the Bears a 1st down and into Oklahoma State territory. On 1st and 10 from the 46, 1 receiver to the far side, 2 to the near. Robertson in the gun, takes the snap, hands off to Washington, makes a quick cut, trying to take it up the middle, and wrapped up on the play by Dylan Smith, the sophomore. That's his 17th tackle of the season. Brings up 2nd down, 13:42 on the clock. 2nd and 7 from the 43. Robertson quickly now takes the snap, hands off to Washington, up the middle once again. This time he's tripped up on the play by Justin Kirkland.
Good job of the Oklahoma State defense. They're wrapping up Bryson Washington so far, but they did give up that big gain to Michael Trigg, so we'll see what Baylor will do if they'll go back to the passing game.
3rd and 4 from the 40. Robertson in the gun. Washington to his left, takes the snap, hands off. Washington takes it off the right side. No gain on the play. It might actually lose a couple yards. Tackled by Kendall Daniels, the Sam linebacker. Brings up 4th down and 4.
It looks like they're going to go for it here, or at least go hard count.
Dave Aranda electing to keep the Baylor offense out there. They go 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Robertson in the gun. Motions Ashton Hawkins, takes the snap. Man in his face, fires towards the left side, and that's incomplete. Robertson had a man flying in his face. That was the middle linebacker, Jeff Robertson. Had to get rid of it quickly, and incomplete. A turnover on downs early for Baylor on offense.
Yeah, he had no chance there of getting that ball to Josh Cameron on the sideline. He wasn't able to get set, and he was immediately hit.
And now we'll see Alan Bowman and the Cowboy offense after a turnover on downs. Bowman on 1st and 10. 2 running backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the far side. Now they all motion out to the near side. Bowman in the gun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He'll look to pass, and we get a whistle as a flag came out as we get our first call today from our official, Micah Vanderveld. False start called on the play on number 2, that the wide receiver Talon Shetron. Backed them up 5 yards, 12:39 left on the clock. Ball on the 35-yard line. First and 15 now. Bowman with Gordon lined up to his right and Valihi lined up to his left. Now motions out. Bowman takes a snap, swings it down the line, intended for Sesi Valihi, and incomplete, just a little low on that play. Brings up second and 15.
And that's not what you want to see if you're a Cowboys fan. It's two steps forward, one step back. You get a fourth down, you stop, and then penalty on the first play, and an incomplete pass on the second.
Second and 15, 12:36 on the clock from their own 35. Two receivers to the far side, one to the near. Gordon lined up to Bowman's left, takes the snap, drops back, looks to pass, fires a little screen to Gordon. Gordon quickly brought down on the play. Carl Williams, the star safety, came up and brought him down. Loss of about 1 on the play brings up a third down and long with 12:20 and ticking in the first quarter.
Now this is where we'll see what kind of Alan Bowman are we going to get today. It's a big third down for them. Can he convert it?
Third and 17, 12:07 on the clock. They're on their own 33. Bowman empty, backfield. Two receivers to the far side to the near. Now Gordon motions into the backfield. He's lined up to Bowman's right. Bowman claps his hands, takes a snap, drops back, looks to pass. Fires over the middle. He's got a man! Making a man miss, and Greengrass in front of him. And tackled at the 10-yard line by Devin Bobby. A big play and conversion on third and 17 from Alan Bowman puts the Cowboys deep into Baylor territory.
Looks like we're getting a timeout.
And you're correct, Aidan. We get a quick timeout on the field. We'll take a quick break as you're listening to Baylor football on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive...
We welcome you back to McLean Stadium. 11:33 left in the first quarter. The Cowboys in striking distance after a long pass on third and 17 from Alan Bowman to Kendo Daniels going both ways today. The Cowboys have the ball at the 11-yard line, Aidan.
It's a surprise seeing Kendall Daniels, a linebacker for Oklahoma State, playing receiver, and as we saw in pregame warmups, he was also taking kick returns, so it looks like they're trying to do a little Travis Hunter action and get a two-way player.
Yeah, and that last timeout looked like Baylor had a man down. We'll try to get you that number. That's an injury timeout. As so far, Aidan, what are you seeing from Alan Bowman? How have you been impressed? What have you seen from him so far?
I've been impressed on this drive so far. On that third and 17, a lot of people doubting him. He was calm and poised and found the open man down the field. There's somebody who he hasn't really passed to all that much because we haven't seen Kendall Daniels be a wide receiver, but he delivered, and now he's got them in the end zone. So far, a lot of good things from Alan Bowman.
Yeah, that's a 56-yard dart from Bowman to Daniels on third and 17. Bowman, Coach Gundy said he was impressed with his ability to go in last week, perform the way he did, and he loves his competitiveness. As we are just about to get back into play here at McLean Stadium, first and 10, 11:33 on the 11-yard line. As both teams come out of their huddle, Bowman in the gun, Gordon lined up right behind him in the I formation as the Cowboys go 2 receivers to the near side and a tight end tucked to the right side of that offensive line. On first down, Bowman in the gun. Gordon now moves to his left. Relays information to his running back. Now claps his hands, takes a snap, runs it himself. Now pitches it to Gordon on the left side before being dragged out of bounds on the play by Garmin Randolph. A good gain on the play of about 6.
It looks like they're hurrying up the offense. Oklahoma State, one of the fastest tempo offenses in the entire FBS.
Excuse me, that was a gain of 3. It's going to be 2nd and 7, 11:04 and ticking. On the 8-yard line, Oklahoma State huddles, gets out of their huddle now. 1 receiver to the far side, 2 tight ends to the right side of that offensive line. Some confusion here as the Oklahoma State offense now looking at the sideline. They'll re-huddle up. And some substitutions being made. Caleb Parker comes into the game for the Bears. As we get an announcement from our referee today, Michael Vanderveld, saying the clock was stopped due to an injured player. And we get ready to resume play here at McLean Stadium. 3 running backs in the backfield for Bowman. Now they both motion to the right side of that offensive line. Bowman, 1 receiver to the far side, takes the snap, hands off to Gordon. Gordon trying to power forward on the right side, and that Baylor defensive front was having none of it. Stuffed him at the line of scrimmage, and a good job rally tackling from the Baylor defense.
It looks like there's a little jarring between Matt Jones and Ollie Gordon after the play.
It'll be 3rd and 7, 10:36 from the 8-yard line. As a flag comes out, false start on Oklahoma State, backs them up 5 yards. Replay 2nd down with 10:34 left on the clock in the first quarter. Excuse me, it's going to be 3rd and 11.
Let's see, can Alan Bowman have magic again and convert this 3rd down play for Oklahoma State?
Yeah, and if you're Baylor, you're looking for a big stop here. Hold them in field goal position. On 3rd down and 11, Gordon to the right of Bowman. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Bowman drops back, takes the snap, drops back. Pressure in his face, rolls, fires, out of bounds. There was no one there. The Baylor sideline looking for a grounding call, and they'll get the flag. It didn't look like Bowman was out of the pocket yet before he got rid of that ball.
Yeah, that's terrible for the offense, and Bowman, while making the right decision to throw it out rather than taking the sack, just wasn't able to get out in time and get it in the right place to avoid an intentional grounding.
And more importantly, that's going to be a big stop for Baylor. As Logan Ward now out to attempt the field goal from 45 yards away. The snap from Freibaum to hold his paw. Ward, the kick, up, and it's through the uprights as Oklahoma State draws first blood on their first drive of the game, goes down, gets a field goal off of Logan Ward, and they lead 3-0 with 10 minutes. Actually, that's actually going to take us some confusion on the clock here as Oklahoma State leads 3-0. We'll be right back. You're listening to Baylor Football on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best life this year at Baylor? Well, we've got great news. The Baylor Roundup Yearbook has been right there with you, capturing those memories at every event. So don't forget to buy your 2022-23 Baylor Roundup Yearbook today and share your memories with friends and family for generations to come. But wait, Did you already graduate? Don't worry, we've got you covered. We have yearbooks dating all the way back to 1896. So visit our website today at www.baylor.edu/roundup and order your copy. That's www.baylor.edu/ROUNDUP.
Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email.
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter.
We welcome you back to McLean Stadium here in Waco, Texas, after Oklahoma State on a 7-play, 32-yard drive comes down, kicks the field goal, now up 3-0 with 10 minutes left in the first quarter, Aidan.
Yeah, Alan Bowman instrumental in getting them down the field on that drive, and Baylor doing a good job of holding Ollie Gordon and not letting him get any big momentum plays.
Logan Ward will kick off for the Cowboys from the 35-yard line. Back deep is Jamal Bell and Michael Allen. Bell takes it from the goal line. He'll take it himself. Past the 10, bounces around, and wrapped up inside the 15-yard line. 9:54 on the clock, and that's where Sawyer Robertson will get his second drive of the game.
We'll see if we go into this next drive. Bryson Washington not getting a lot of yards last drive. Will they go more towards the passing game with Sawyer Robertson or continue to try to get the running game going?
Yeah, Robertson 1 for 238 yards on that first drive, as now 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Washington lined up to his left. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 in the near. Tight end lined up to the right. Robertson motions a man, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, fires right side, incomplete. Intended receiver on the play was Josh Cameron. Solid coverage on the play by Corey Black, the corner.
Looks like there was a little confusion. I think Sawyer thought he was doing a comeback route, but he went up. So you're going to have to get that ironed out to get these big plays.
9:49, 2nd and 10 from the 13-yard line. Robertson, Washington lined up to his right. Claps his hands, takes a snap, drops back, pressure in his face. Robertson takes off himself and slides down just past the 15-yard line, around the 17. 9:36 and ticking. 3rd and 5 coming up from the 18-yard line.
A lot of people forget Robertson is a capable runner, so maybe they'll try some more of that today and include a more dynamic play calling.
Robertson actually leads the team in rushing touchdowns this year with 3. As on 3rd and 5 from the 18, he's in the gun. Washington lined up to his left as he claps his hands, takes a snap, drops back, blitz up the middle. Robertson fires down the left sideline. He's got a man in stride. Howe Presley. The connection from Sawyer Robertson threading the needle. And Howe Presley on the receiving end on the opposing 30-yard line.
And that's what this offense needs, getting that going, seeing what we saw last week versus Texas Tech. And Hal Presley, a big part of last week as well.
3rd and 5, 53 yards from Sawyer Robertson. Now from their own 29, 8:29 and ticking. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 in the near. Robertson takes a snap, hands off to Washington, who takes it up the left side and tripped up on the play by Colin Clay, the nose tackle. Second down coming up, gain of 2 on the play.
See what they do here. They did a lot of runs last drive. See if they'll keep with that.
2nd and 8, 2 receivers to the far side, to the near. Robertson takes the pass, drops back, pressures in his face, pitches it forward to Ashton Hawkins in stride, and he's able to get towards the 20-yard line, and that should be close to a first down. Jeff Roberson on the tackle, and looks like they marked him just short. It's 3rd and 1, 7:35 and ticking. From the 20-yard line, Robertson takes the snap, hands off, powering up the middle is Bryson Washington, and that's a gain of about 4 on the play. Should be good for a first down for Baylor.
But it looks like there's an injured player on the field and possibly a flag as well.
A man down for Baylor and a flag on the play. The man down is Bryson Washington as he limps off the field, now being attended to by the support staff.
You just hate to see that a guy who was injured early in the season came back and did so well. Hopefully he won't be out for the game.
Yeah, Bryson Washington missed the first 2 games of the season with a knee injury. However, he was able to come back, now leads the team in rushing yards. Such a key piece to that run game. But it's 7:26 on the clock in the first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Robertson in the gun. Bryson Washington out of the game. Dawson Pendergrass now in. He's lined up to Robertson's right. Robertson claps his hands, takes a snap, hands off to Dawson Pendergrass, who tries to find the edge, but chased down by Jeff Roberson. Brings up 2nd down. Loss of 3 on the play.
This Oklahoma State defense doing a great job in the run game, and at that play, Pendergrass had nowhere to go, being chased by 2 Cowboys, and just ended up in a negative play for Baylor.
6:50 and ticking to 2nd and 13 from the 19-yard line. Robertson in the gun. Pendergrass stays in. He's lined up to the right of Robertson. Motions Ashton Hawkins. Takes a snap. Looks right. Now left. Robertson all day in the pocket. Now tries to dump it off to Dawson Pendergrass in the flat. Nearly intercepted on the play. Kendo Daniels broke that pass up.
Yeah, Robertson's just got to be safer on that play. Having a lot of time, you can't be fidgety and feel like you have to throw. There.
3rd and 13 comes up. Robertson in the gun. Pendergrass to his right. Steps up, relays information to his offensive line. Now steps back. Pendergrass moves to his left now. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Robertson takes the snap, drops back. Now takes it himself off the middle and trips up. Short gain of about 2 on the play. That won't be enough. 4th down coming up, and Dave Aranda sends out the field goal unit.
Just a lot of missed opportunities on that drive, and Sawyer throwing not a smart pass, and so they need to clear some of that up, get the offense back and running.
This will be a 30-yard field goal attempt from Isaiah Hankins. Snap from Grimes, hold from Williams, and Hankins' kick is up and through the uprights. Baylor ties it at 3-all. 5:55 left in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break as you're listening to Baylor football on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for
And we welcome you back to McLean Stadium here in Waco, Texas. 5:55 left in the first quarter after Isaiah Hankins' 30-yard field goal ties it up at 3-all. Hi, everyone. I'm Aidan Pham, joined alongside Aidan O'Connor today. Aidan, so far, both teams have been firing punches at each other.
Yeah, both teams able to get field goals, but they've had trouble in the red zone being able to fully get it in. Right now, it should be a 14-7 game, but they just haven't been able to execute on either side.
As we await the kickoff from Jack Stone today, back deep is Tyler Foster and Brendan Presley. Stone's kick from south to north is fielded by Presley at the 3-yard line, who takes it himself on the right side past the 20 and brought down on the play around the 24-yard line as a flag comes out on the return. As we get a call from our ref today, Michael Vanderbilt. Holding on the return will back up the Cowboys. So far, Bowman today 2 for 3, 54 yards. Ollie Gordon has carried the ball 2 times for 4 yards. As the Cowboys will have the ball on their own 9-yard line. 5:54 left in the first quarter. And Bowman and his offense comes back out, led by offensive coordinator Casey Dunn. Bowman in the gun. Gordon lined up to his left. 1 receiver to the far side. 3 to the near in that trips formation. Bowman clasps his hands, takes the snap, hands off. Gordon's got a hole up the middle. Big gain on first down, wrapped up on the play by looked like Devin Bobby, and that's a 10-yard run on first down.
And that tackle by Devin Bobby, if he hadn't got there and taken him down, that might have been a gain of 20 or more yards for Ollie Gordon, so good stop by him.
First and 10 from the 25-24 and ticking. Bowman in the gun, Gordon in the backfield in the I formation. Now motions a man, takes the snap, hands off. Gordon bouncing around, brought down by Matt Jones. Gain about 4 on the play, brings up second down with 5 minutes in the first quarter.
Seemed to be some tension between Matt Jones and Ollie Gordon. Multiple plays where they're jarring at each other afterwards.
On second down, 4:55 from the 22. Bowman in the gun, claps his hands, takes a snap. He goes back to Gordon now. Gordon looking to get room up the middle. Nowhere to go as Trey Wilson came off the edge and wrapped him up. Brings up third down.
Kind of see that for this game itself, that Oklahoma State doesn't have faith in Alan Bowman's legs. because on that play, if he took the read option, he had plenty of room to run down. So it looks like they're not going to include that today.
It's 3rd and 7 with 4:22 and ticking from their own 23. Bowman in the gun. Gordon in the I formation, claps his hands, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, fires to the left side, and Brennan Presley on the receiving end as he's tackled by Ollie Gordon. That's going to be close to a first down. He caught it around the 30 on the left hash, but a flag comes out as we get another call from Michael Vandervelde. No call yet. And a good gain on 3rd and 7 gets wiped off by a pass interference called on the offense. Talon Shetron guilty of that. That backs them up half the distance. Now at their own 11.
Very uncharacteristic for this offense, too. An offense that has not had many penalties, and Shetron's got to be careful. 2 penalties today.
3rd and 19 from the 11. 4 minutes to go. Bowman in the gun. Gordon lined up to his left. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Bowman claps his hands, takes the snap, pressure in his face. Now takes off the right side and tracked down by Matt Jones. Loss of 2 on the play, and Oklahoma State will punt.
Now, we could definitely see why they're not running it with Alan Bowman. He tried to get out of the pocket and was not fast at all. So that portion that we talked about before, if they were going to run him or not, it looks like that is not going to be in the playbook whatsoever for today.
Yeah, Alan Bowman, not known as a physical runner, loses 3 on the play. Bowman's actually carried the ball 2 times today, but negative 19 rushing yards as the punt from Kickoff is fielded by Josh Cameron. Cameron past the 50 and shoved out of bounds around the 40. As a flag comes out, looks like there was a late hit on the play. Lyric Rawls brought him down. And the officials will gather up to see what the flag is.
Looks like it might be unnecessary roughness. Looked like one of the defenders for Baylor was brought down by Oklahoma State.
Good return from Josh Cameron. Caught it around his own 40. Was able to take it out past the 50, around the 45, 40-yard line. And we'll await a call from Michael Vandervelde, our ref today. As the officials will discuss it. Looked like John Brown, the hedge lineman, threw that flag. He was around the 40 of Baylor. And it is unnecessary roughness on Oklahoma State, another dagger. As that's going to give Baylor great field position to start this drive. 3:02 left in the first quarter. Baylor and Oklahoma State tied at 3 apiece. The ball is going to move all the way to the, we'll say, 24-yard line. 23, 1st and 10, 3:02 from the 23. 1 receiver to the far side, that's Josh Cameron. 3 to the near. Robertson in the gun, Washington back. Lined up to Robertson's left. Robertson claps his hands on first down, hands off to Washington, who tries to take it off the edge, and brought down on the play by number 96, Cody Watershide. Gain of 4 on the play brings up 2nd and 6 with 2:42 left in the first quarter. On their own 19 on 2nd and 6. Robertson takes a snap, gives it to Washington, who tries to power forward up the middle. Brought down by Colin Clay, the nose tackle. Gain gains about 3 on the play, brings up 3rd and 3 from the 16-yard line.
Having to make a substitution. Looks like Clay's helmet came off on the play.
Justin Kirkland in for Colin Clay, whose helmet came off. 3rd and 3. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Robertson with Washington lined up to his left. Takes a snap, drops back. Pressure in his face. Robertson forced to roll right. Fires. It's intercepted. And still being taken back around the 30-yard line. Pick on the play by Kobe Hilton, filling in for the injured Cameron Epps. He picked it off at the 10, returned it past the 30, and a miscue from Sawyer Robertson on 3rd and 3.
And Sawyer Robertson, last 2 drives, just not taking his time, being very antsy with throwing the ball, and ending up in only getting a field goal last drive and an interception this drive. He has to calm himself down into this game if Baylor has any chance of winning.
Oklahoma State's defense gets out of that drive with a big takeaway after Baylor had great starting field position. Now Bowman will get another crack at it. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Bowman in the pistol, Gordon in the I formation. Takes the snap, turns hands off to Gordon. Gordon got a gap, leaps over Chateau Reed, trying to bounce off the left side as a flag comes out. Gordon gained about 6 on the play. As another flag comes out, Aidan.
Very uncharacteristic of Oklahoma State, team that is 3rd fewest in penalties in the FBS. Even though that penalty being on Baylor, just a lot of sloppiness today. Seems like a lot of very high tension between both teams that are causing some sloppiness.
5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 5 from the 36 with 1:37 and ticking in the first quarter. Bowman in the pistol. Desi Vailahi comes in at running back. He's in the I formation. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Bowman takes a snap, hands off to Vailahi, and flying off the edge is Steve Litton to wrap him up.
Steve Litton been such an integral part of this defense. 5 tackles for loss and 3 sacks. Such a dominant force on that defensive line.
Loss of 3 on the play. Steve Litton flew off the edge. Guy who had 5 tackles last week leads the team in sacks. Just under 1 minute in the first quarter. 2nd and 8 from their own 33-yard line. Bowman in the pistol. Vailahi lined up to his right. 1 receiver to the far side, 3 to the near. Bowman takes the snap, fakes the handoff, fires down the line to Brendan Presley, makes the man miss, now spins at the 50, and it takes a host of Bears to take him down. Looks like Keaton Thomas there got there first. That's a 1st down for Oklahoma State.
And Brendan Presley continuing his streak of having multiple catches. 38 straight games now he's had multiple catches, which is 2nd in the FBS.
A fresh set of downs from the 49 as the clock gets close to the end of the first quarter. We'll see if the Cowboys elect to run another play, and they will not. That takes us to the end of the first quarter. Baylor and Oklahoma State tied at 3 apiece. We'll be right back as you're listening to Baylor football on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best life this year at Baylor? Well, we've got great news. The Baylor Roundup Yearbook has been right there with you, capturing those memories at every event. So don't forget to buy your 2022-23 Baylor Roundup Yearbook today and share your memories with friends and family for generations to come. But wait, did you already graduate? Don't worry, we've got you covered. We have yearbooks dating all the way back to 1896. So visit our website today at www.baylor.edu/roundup and order your copy. That's www.baylor.edu/ROUNDUP. Have a great year, Bears, and sick 'em.
Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits.
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News.
Back from McLean Stadium for the start of the second quarter. Baylor 3, Oklahoma State 3. Oklahoma State in possession of the football from the 49-yard line. It's 1st and 10 as both teams get out of their huddles on 1st and 10, 15 minutes in the second quarter from the 49-yard line. Bowman in the gun. Jake Schultz, the fullback, now in there. Ollie Gordon also in the backfield. He's lined up in the I formation. One receiver to the far side, to the near. Bowman takes the snap, fakes the handoff, fires right side, and he's got a man once again. That's Brennan Presley before being shoved out of bounds by Caden Jenkins at the Oklahoma State the Baylor 25-yard line. And Bowman once again stands in the pocket and delivers a great throw.
Yeah, the Baylor defense has got to supply more pressure. They almost got to him on that play, but he's just having so much time to get into a rhythm and pass to the open receiver. They've got to put the pressure on him.
1st and 10 from the Baylor 25, 14:35 and ticking. Bowman in the pistol, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, fires, airs one out towards the end zone. Flag will come out. Intended receiver on the play was Talon Sheetron. Looks like Carl Williams was on defense, and we'll get a call from our referee today. That was LeVar Thornton, on the coverage. He draws the defensive pass interference, which has been a problem for this Baylor defense this season so far.
Yeah, he needed to get his head around. He knew he was getting beat, and he just put his hands up and didn't even look at the ball. At that point, you know you're getting beat. Just got to turn around and hope that you can make an athletic interception or athletic play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. 14:26 on the clock. Bowman in the gun with Gordon lined up to his left. Takes the snap, hands off, he fumbles it at the 3, and it's recovered, and we'll see what the call is, and Steve Lynn comes up with the fumble recovery.
Oh, he had to be careful on that because he picked it up at the 1-yard line and then went back in the end zone, so he barely got back out. That would have been bad if it was a safety.
Ollie Gordon got the call, and it's punched out at the 1-yard line. Steve Litton falls on top of it, and Baylor comes away with their own takeaway.
Now it's going to be hard at the 1-yard line. This is where Bryson Washington in the run game has to step up because, I mean, they're backed up. They're literally at the 1-yard line.
You're absolutely correct, Aidan. It's first and 10 from their own 1-yard line. Not much room to work with for Robertson. Robertson on first and 10 from the 1. Pendergrass lined up to his right. One receiver to the far side, two to the near. Gavin Yates to the right side of that offensive line. He goes to Pendergrass, gets through. He's got room in front of him. He's got past the 30, at the 40, and taken down at the 50-yard line. Dawson Pendergrass found a gap, took it himself, and a gain of 49 yards on first and 10.
Pendergrass, such a dynamic runner, has the longest run this entire year, and that might beat it.
Dawson Pendergrass, huge run on first and 10. And on first and 10 now, Robertson takes the snap, drops back, looks right, airs it down the sideline, and it almost got intercepted once again.
Just needs to put a little bit more air on it there because that was very close to being intercepted.
Kobe Hilton provided the coverage on that play. Monterey Baldwin was the intended receiver.
And that run by Pendergrass, now the longest run of the season by any running back for the Bears, 48 yards.
From the 49-yard line, Robertson on second and 10, 13:34. Pendergrass to his right. Motion Hawkins to the other side, takes the snap. Here's Pendergrass again, and he found another hole. Makes a cut. Pendergrass at the 20 and dragged down inside the 15. Dawson Pendergrass, some shiftiness, and another big run on this drive.
And that's what they needed to do. This Oklahoma State defense, not great in the run game. And now you get your guys out, you're getting momentum, getting that rushing game established, and this could be dangerous for the Oklahoma State Cowboys if they keep allowing runs like this.
Oklahoma State gives up an average of 5.7 yards per carry this season as it's 12:51 and ticking from the 12-yard line. On first and 10, Robertson takes the snap, fakes the handoff, fires towards the end zone, and it's caught! How Presley! Robertson, a 12-yard connection, fires to the left side of the end zone, and How Presley corrals it for the first touchdown of the day for the Bears.
And there you go. Sawyer Robertson having a little bit of an inconsistent first half, but that's what you need to get your rhythm going, get your confidence up, and now we'll see if this continues for Robertson and he'll be like last week.
Isaiah Hankins on to attempt the extra point. The snap from Grimes, hold from Williams, and kick from Hankins is up and through the upright. Baylor leads 10-3, 12:42 left in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break as you're listening to Baylor football on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best life this year at Baylor? Well, we've got great news. The Baylor Roundup Yearbook has been right there with you, capturing those memories at every event. So don't forget to buy your 2022-23 Baylor Roundup Yearbook today and share your memories with friends and family for generations to come. But wait, did you already graduate? Don't worry, we've got you covered. We have yearbooks dating all the way back to 1896. So visit our website today at www.baylor.edu/roundup and order your copy. That's www.baylor.edu/ROUNDUP. Have a great year, Bears, and sick 'em.
Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information.
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
Back from Waco, Texas, at McLean Stadium, Baylor leads 10-3 over Oklahoma State, coming off a 4-play, 99-yard drive that started from their own 1-yard line. Dawson Pendergrass, a key contributor on that drive, broke off a 48-yard rush, the longest of the season for Baylor.
Yeah, it seemed like a desperate situation at the beginning at the 1-yard line, but Pendergrass was able to come through. Sawyer Robinson able to get a little bit of confidence with that throw to Hal Presley. So the offense is rolling now for the Bears.
Jack Stone will boot it, left to right, end over end. And back deep is Brennan Presley, but he'll let that one fall into the end zone. Oklahoma State will start from their own 25-yard line, looking to answer.
And we'll see on this drive, Ollie Gordon doing really well and getting some good plays, and then he had that fumble. See how his confidence is going into this drive.
Ollie Gordon, 6 rushes today for 28 yards. Bowman not afraid to air it out, 4 for 5, 96 yards with 12:42 left in the second quarter. Here he is on 1st and 10 from his own 25. In the shotgun, 2 running backs in the backfield, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls right, fires in the flat, and he's got a man, and that's Brennan Presley once again. Short gain on the play of about 2.
And we'll see today, they haven't gotten Stribling involved yet, and he has the most yards out of anybody on the team. So see if they'll get him involved on this drive.
2nd and 8. Bowman, empty backfield. 2 receivers to the far side, 3 to near, takes the snap, drops back, looks left, fires over the middle to a Brennan Presley in stride, and tackled on the play by DJ Coleman past the 35, and that's another first down for Oklahoma State.
And Brennan Presley been super impressive, being the most targeted player.
As Bowman goes quickly here, takes the snap, handoff on the play to Trent Howland. Short gain on the play of 2.
And we'll see now what they'll do. 2nd and 8. Do they go back to a Brennan Presley, or do they try to run it again?
Rodney Fields now in the backfield. He's lined up to Bowman's left. 2nd and 8. 1 receiver to the far side, 2 to the near. Bowman takes the snap, drops back, looks to pass, looking over the middle, dumps it off to Fields. Fields got a lot of green grass in front of him, past the 40, and chopped down by DJ Coleman at the 38-yard line. First and 10 from the 38, 10:50. Bowman takes a snap, fires it down the line. That's Brennan Presley once again. And taken down around the 35-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play. 10:40 left in the second quarter.
And going back to the play by Fields, he's a player who hadn't gotten any carries till last week as a running back for the team and had a 10-yard per carry average. So we'll see if they use him more this week and can get some of that explosive potential out of him.
2nd and 7 from the 35-yard line of Baylor. 10-16 and ticking. Bowman in the gun. Takes a snap, hands off to Field. Field bounces off a tackle, but not much running room on the right side as Steve Linton was there. That'll bring up third down.
Interesting, we're not seeing Ollie Gordon on this drive yet. Maybe he's on the sideline resting. We know he's been injured before.
Gain of 2 on the last play from Fields. It's 3rd and 5, 9:45 and ticking from the 33-yard line. Bowman in the shotgun. Fields stays in there. Motions a tight end. Takes a snap. Fires down the sideline. And Brendan Presley once again breaks out of a tackle. Tight roping the sideline towards the end zone. And at the pylon. And it's a touchdown. 33 yards on 3rd and 5 to Brendan Presley for the touchdown, as just like that, Oklahoma State comes back firing and an extra point away from tying this game up.
Baylor's got to stop Brendan Presley. Right now, four catches for 87 yards and a touchdown.
Logan Ward was in the point after.
Logan Ward on to attempt the extra point.
Looks like they will review Brendan Presley's touchdown.
Yeah, Brendan Presley tight-roped the sideline. They're going to look to see if he got out of bounds or not.
It was almost a great play, too, by Shatur Reed. He was right there about to tackle him, and then Brendan Presley spinned out. So need to get those tackles down, because if this turns out to be a scoring play, that's something that he's going to look back on the rest of the night.
Yeah, the field judge, Joseph Martinez, was kind of hesitant as the touchdown call gets confirmed. 33 yards from Alan Bowman to Brendan Presley and Aidan. Alan Bowman's looked great today.
I mean, he's looked great. He's been comfortable. He's been confident. He's everything that the Cowboys have wanted him to be.
Snap from Freibaum, hold from Paul, kick up from Ward, and Oklahoma State ties it at 10 apiece. We'll take a quick break. 9:22 left in the second quarter. Baylor, Oklahoma State tied at 10. You're listening to Baylor football on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best life this year at Baylor? Well, we've got great news. The Baylor Roundup Yearbook has been right there with you, capturing those memories at every event. So don't forget to buy your 2022-23 Baylor Roundup Yearbook today and share your memories with friends and family for generations to come. But wait, did you already graduate? Don't worry, we've got you covered. We have yearbooks dating all the way back to 1896. So visit our website today at www.baylor.edu/roundup and order your copy. That's www.baylor.edu/ROUNDUP. Have a great year, Bears, and sick 'em.
Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears!
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
And And we welcome you back to McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas for the homecoming game of Baylor and Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State just scored on Brendan Presley's 33-yard touchdown reception, and Logan Ward awaits the kickoff. Back deep is Jamal Bell for Baylor. Baylor in the candy green helmets with the Sailor Bear helmet, with the Sailor Bear logo on the helmet, as Bell takes it across the 20, inside the 25. A good burst of speed from Jamal Bell on that return.
And Jamal Bell, a dangerous returner, had a punt return touchdown in that Utah game. And every single time he's gotten the ball so far, he's made it farther and farther. So we could be seeing a kick return touchdown later today.
It's 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Robertson's got two receivers to the far side, one to the near. Trigg to the left side of that offensive line. Takes the snap, hands off to Richard Reese. Richard Reese finding the gap up the middle. And down at the 50-yard line, another big bursting run play from the Baylor running backs.
Yeah, Richard Reese has not had his best year, 3.8 yards to carry, but that's certainly a good motivator and good confidence booster.
Robertson on 1st and 10. Reese lined up to his left. Two receivers to the far side. Takes the snap, drops back, fires to the left side. It's incomplete, but a flag comes out. Monterey Baldwin, the intended receiver, as we await the call. Toby Hilton guilty on the pass interference call. That will set the ball all the way up to the Oklahoma State 38-yard line, where it's 1st and 10. Robertson in the gun. Reese lined up to his right. Claps his hands, drops back, looks left, fires down the sideline. Monterey Baldwin jumps up and catches it around the 15-yard line for another Baylor first down.
They saw in the last drive that pass interference stopped them from getting that play. They just ran it again and see what happened. Great play by Baldwin.
1st and 10 from the 15, 8:24 left in the second quarter. Washington now in the backfield, lined up to Robertson's right. One receiver to the far side. And Washington gets the call on 1st down as he gets a short gain, as the Sam linebacker, Justin Wright, got in the backfield and took him down. They're going to give him a short gain of 1 on the play, spot the ball at the 14-yard line, and just under 8 minutes in the second quarter. 2nd and 9, Robertson in the gun, Washington to his left. One receiver to the far side, one to the near. Robertson, QB draw off the left side, and dragged down by Dylan Smith around the 9-yard line.
And as you said earlier, he leads the team in rushing touchdowns and such a capable runner. And Spavital including more plays with him running the ball today.
3rd and 1, 7:25 and ticking. Ball on the 6-yard line. Robertson with Washington lined up to his right. Two receivers to the far side. Kloppenstein, the tight end, to the right. Takes a snap. Hand off to Washington, who gets quickly wrapped up by, it looked like, Kendall Daniels, the linebacker. And the officials gather for a conversation here. So the team who comes in with the 3rd fewest penalties so far struggling in that category, another offsides call on the Oklahoma State defense sets the Bears up on the 3-yard line, where it's 1st and goal. Two receivers to the far side. tight end on either side of that offensive line, and Washington gets the handoff. He'll take it off the right side, trying to power forward, gets a push now from Robertson, and maybe a gain of 1 on the play. Spots at the 2-yard line, brings up 2nd and goal.
Yeah, now they need to complete this drive to get back at Oklahoma State, because a lot of times during this game, they've had those 2 drives where they just weren't able to get anything going when they've been this deep in the end zone. So looking out for a run play by either Robertson, Washington, or Pendergrass.
And Oklahoma State has an injured player down. And we'll keep it here as Baylor is close to striking distance.
They are, and they're close to keeping that momentum going for the team, because it's been back and forth. You had field goal, touchdown, touchdown. So if one team lets up, that could change the tide of this game.
Robertson at the moment 5 for 10 in the air, 133 yards, a touchdown pass, but that 1 interception.
Ever since that interception, he calmed down on the sideline and has looked very poised so far in the second quarter.
Baylor, believe it or not, is averaging 8.8 yards per rush right now. As we get back to play here at McLean Stadium, it's 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. 6:38 on the clock. Robertson in the gun. Pendergrass to his left. A bunch formation with 2 receivers to the far side for Robertson, who takes the snap. Thought about running it, now passes towards the end zone. Matthew Klopfenstein into flat for the touchdown. Matthew Klopfenstein, the sophomore, gets his first touchdown of the year for Baylor.
It's got to feel great for him getting that first touchdown of the year and only having 1 catch prior to this.
Isaiah Hankins on the field to attempt the extra point to make it a 7-point game. Snap from Grimes, hold from Williams, and the kick is up and through the uprights. Baylor leads 17-10 over Oklahoma State. We'll take a quick break as you're listening to Baylor football on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best life this year at Baylor? Well, we've got great news. The Baylor Roundup Yearbook has been right there with you, capturing those memories at every event. So don't forget to buy your 2022-23 Baylor Roundup Yearbook today and share your memories with friends and family for generations to come. But wait, did you already graduate? Don't worry, we've got you covered. We have yearbooks dating all the way back to 1896. So visit our website today at www.baylor.edu/roundup and order your copy. That's www.baylor.edu/ROUND.
We welcome you back with 6:28 left in the second quarter after a Baylor touchdown gives them a 17-10 lead over Oklahoma State in the 115th homecoming at Baylor University. Jack Stone will boot it north to south. End over end, and the kickoff from Stone. Brennan Presley, the man backseat, will let it bounce into the back of the end zone. And Alan Bowman gets back to work with his Cowboy offense from their own 25-yard line.
Alan Bowman having a great day today. And like I said earlier, whoever does not score next, that could be the momentum shifter. So he needs to keep this offense going. He's 9 for 10 so far. Needs to get them another touchdown.
First and 10 from the 25-yard line, 6:28 in the second quarter. Bowman in the gun. Gordon lined up to his right, claps his hands, takes a snap, drops back, looks to pass. Fires over the middle into tight coverage, but able to make the reception is Brennan Presley. Presley had two guys on him, Matt Jones and Devin Lemire. Somehow Bowman was able to thread the needle on that one, and a tough catch from Presley.
Yeah, they've got to crack down on Presley, either double coverage, triple coverage, because he is just running all over them today.
First and 10 from the 26, under 5:50 left in the second quarter. Bowman takes a snap, fires down the line. That's Valihi. And Devin Bobby flew up there from his strong safety position to take him down.
Devin
Short
Bobby
gain on the play.
Devin Bobby needing to be careful on that play because he went right in with his head. Luckily, only his shoulder pad hit Valihi, but he needs to be careful to not get a targeting call.
Third and 10 from the 26-yard line. 5:15 left in the second quarter. Three receivers to the far side, one to the near. Bowman now motions a man, takes the snap, drops back, Bears blitz, pressure in his face, rolling right and airing one towards the sideline. And Bowman saw the blitz coming, made a business decision to just get rid of that ball.
Yeah, there was nowhere to go with that, and luckily for him this time he was able to get it out, whereas he wasn't earlier with the intentional grounding. Just nowhere to go. But now we have Oklahoma State not scoring. Baylor can now go up 24-10 and really tighten their grip on this game.
Oklahoma State held on third down. And now the punt is up and back to receive as Josh Cameron bumps into his own man and luckily didn't get a hand on that ball as it's down at the 25-yard line. A dangerous play from Josh Cameron on that play.
Definitely, and I just think the blocker's got to be aware of where he's at because the ball, Cameron's going to go to it, so the blockers have to be aware of where he is.
Cameron kind of grabbed at his left arm after that hit. Now bending over. As the ball will be spotted at the 30-yard line. And it's going to be first and 10 with 4:51 in the second quarter. As Sawyer Robertson and the offense trots back onto the field. On first and 10 from the 30, 4:51 left on the clock. Robertson in the gun, Washington to his left. One receiver to the far side, two to the near. Robertson takes a snap, hands off to Washington, who keeps it up the middle and tripped up by multiple Cowboys on the play. 4:33 and ticking in the second quarter. 2nd and 5 from the 35. Robertson with Washington to his right. One receiver to the far side, two to the near. Robertson takes a snap, drops back, finds a big gap up the middle. He'll take off past the 50, at the 40, shoved out of bounds around the 42-yard line, and Sawyer Robertson took advantage of a big gap, but a flag is out in the backfield, and possibly, we don't want to assume, but I was just going to say we don't want to assume it's a holding call, but that exactly was what it is.
Yeah, Ryan Lingill holding there. A guy that was a backup for most of the year, making into a starting role, and that's not an impression you want to leave on a big game like that.
A huge gain from Sawyer Robertson, wiped off the board. It'll back the Bears up to the 31-yard line, where it's 2nd and 9 with 4:06 in the second quarter. Robertson with Washington to his left. One receiver to the far side, two to the near. Now motions Monterey Baldwin to the left side, takes a snap, high snap, pressure in his face, fires over the middle, and it's incomplete. Intended receiver on the play was his tight end, Michael Trigg. Tight coverage by Dylan Smith, the linebacker.
And good by Robertson to get it out. There was a lot of pressure into the pocket and just getting it out. And even though it was incomplete,
Sawyer Robertson's down. Sawyer Robertson is down around the 20-yard line. He took a huge shot from Kendall Daniels, the Sam linebacker, who blitzed on that last play, and a lot of concern on the Baylor sideline.
Yeah, this is horrible. Robertson not getting up as of yet. Such a big part of this team and had such a great year so far. Looks like they're starting to get him up.
Robertson being attended to by the Baylor training staff. Head coach Dave Aranda out there as well. Hal Pressey right by his side. And that's not something you ever want to see. And with Robertson possibly coming out for a play, we'll see DeQuan Finn in at quarterback.
Yeah, DeQuan Finn, a guy who has not played well so far this year. There could be a lot of change to how this offense runs with him in the game.
It's 3rd and 9 from the 31-yard line.
Oh, looks like Nate Bennett is going to be in, not DeQuan Finn.
3:51 on the clock, and you're correct. Nate Bennett, the true freshman, in at quarterback for Baylor. He's only played in one game so far this year. Completed one pass for 19 yards against Tarleton State, as on first down, takes a snap, fires to the right side, and just short of his receiver, Michael Trigg.
That Oklahoma State defense on both of those plays, the one with Robertson and the one with Bennett, just not giving them time to find their receivers and get set. Very good job by the defensive line for Oklahoma State.
Nate Bennett, the freshman, 6'1", 185, out of Westlake Village, California, was in at quarterback for the Bears. We'll keep an eye on that situation for you as the Bears look to punt with Palmer Williams for the first time today, as he boots it away. And Williams was hit as he kicked that ball. And on the other end was Brendan Pressey. A flag came out. Palmer Williams got drilled as he was trying to punt that ball away.
Looks like the refs are discussing if this qualifies as roughing the kicker.
As the conversation continues between the referees, it's 3:35 in the third quarter, and Aidan, it's been a long first half.
It has been a long first half. A lot of injuries, a lot of penalties, a lot of stops in this game.
So there's penalties on both teams on the play. An illegal formation from Baylor and roughing the kicker call on Oklahoma State. Both penalties will offset and they will replay fourth down.
Yeah, that could have been a huge turn of events if Caleb Parker had gotten in the right formation with Oklahoma State roughing the kicker. But now it's back to fourth down and Palmer Williams set to kick it off again, hopefully not getting hit this time.
Yeah, Palmer Williams took a shot. Good to see him get up. And now out there to punt it once again. Brennan Tresley, the man deep for Oklahoma State. Palmer boots it away with his right foot. Tresley got hit as he looked like he was about to catch the ball. That ball will bounce and it's going to be down by Reggie Bush. Around the 30-yard line.
Very odd on two separate punt returns you have hit by their own team.
Yeah, Brennan Tresley calling for the fair catch and his own teammate ran into him. Another dangerous play that the Cowboys are lucky didn't go the wrong way, as it's 1st and 10 from the 36. Bowman in the pistol. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Gordon, dumps it off to Tyler Foster. Dragged down by Matt Jones at the 40-yard line. Excuse me, Jake Schultz was on the receiving end of that pass.
That'll be his second catch of the year, a guy who has not been featured in the offense as a pass catcher a lot this year.
Just under 3 minutes in the second quarter, it's 2nd and 6 from the 41-yard line. Bowman in the pistol, Gordon in the I formation. One receiver to the far side, 3 to the near. Bowman motions his tight end inside, takes the snap, hands off to Ollie Gordon, who tries to find room up the middle, nowhere to go, as the front 7 for Baylor quickly closed in on him.
It's good for Oklahoma State that Ollie Gordon is back in. Have not seen him for a while, but now he's back on the field.
3rd and 4 from the 43-yard line. 2:18 on the clock. Baylor looking for a quick stop to get their ball back to their offense. It's Bowman in the pistol, Gordon in the I formation, 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. The crowd getting into it here at McLean Stadium as Bowman claps his hands, no snap on the hard count. As a timeout is called, Bowman tried to get the Bears to draw offside.
Looks like one of the players for Baylor almost went offsides, and Bowman was calling for the penalty, but the refs did not agree.
Good discipline from the Baylor defensive line as we have reached the 2-minute timeout of the first half. We'll take a break as you're listening to Baylor football on Baylor Lariat Radio. Baylor leads 17-10.
Hey Bears, are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears, are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears, are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears, are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears, are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting.
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
Baylor leads 17-10 over Oklahoma State. Coming out of the 2-minute timeout, Oklahoma State just 13 yards rushing on the ground today.
Yeah, Oklahoma State rushing we thought was going to be the big primary playmaker for them today, but it has not. Only getting 13 yards. It's all been Al Bowman today, with him being 11 for 13 and 173 yards and a touchdown.
It's 3rd and 4 with 2 minutes in the second quarter from the 43-yard line. Bowman in the gun. Gordon lined up to his left. Motions a receiver out, takes a snap, pump fakes, fires towards the sideline, and too high for his receiver. An incomplete pass on 3rd down will bring up 4th down, and Oklahoma State will punt. Sawyer Robinson, possibly, he was hurt on that last drive, may come back in. We'll keep an eye on that situation, but Baylor will get the ball back.
We'll see if on this punt, if the punt returner gets hit by their own player this time. 2 in a row so far.
4th down, and they fake it. He's able to get the 1st down. It looked like a direct snap, and Oklahoma State with some trickery to get the 1st down, as Baylor's defense is going to have to come out there. But more importantly, Oklahoma State gets a fresh set of downs.
Very good snap too. That was a ball that the long snapper had to angle like 15 yards to his left. That was very impressive.
Fresh set of downs from the 49-yard line. 1st and 10. Bowman takes the snap, fires down the line. Brendan Presley again showing off his speed, and out of bounds around the 35-yard line.
Looks like there's an Oklahoma State player hobbled.
Yeah, that's the right tackle, Isaiah Glass, who's being attended to by the support staff. Alan Bowman today, 11 for 14, 173 yards and a touchdown. His favorite receiver has been Brendan Presley, who has 91 yards on 7 catches and a touchdown.
Going into it, I mean, he's done everything the Cowboys wanted him to do. He's been superb today.
1st and 10 from the 35. Bowman in the pistol, takes the snap, drops back, looks right, fires and dumps it off over the middle. That's Brendan Presley. Makes a man miss. That's Devin Bobby who he made miss, and he's taken down by Tyler Jordan. 1st down for Oklahoma State. And they go quickly here. Bowman takes a snap, fakes the handoff, fires towards the right side, and in the end zone, it's incomplete. Intended receiver was Talon Shetron. Tevin Williams, the quarterback, provided the coverage. 2nd and 10 from the 23-yard line. 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the first half.
It looked like Tevin Williams might have been held by Shetron because he almost had a pick there.
Oklahoma State goes in a bunch formation. 2 receivers to the far side. Bowman takes the snap, turns, hands off to Ollie Gordon, who tries to bounce it on the right side. And flying up there is Tevin Williams from his cornerback spot to make the tackle. Gain of about 1 on the play. It's 3rd and 5 with under 1 minute left to go in the first half from the 18-yard line.
Looking like this Oklahoma State offense letting the clock wind down so that this will be the last opportunity to score in this first half for either team.
14 seconds on the play clock. It's 37 seconds on the official game clock. Bowman in the shotgun, claps his hands, drops back, looks to pass, fires towards the right side. He's got a man. That's Brendan Presley, shoved out of bounds on the play by Carl Williams, just short of the goal line. It's the 2-yard line. First down for Oklahoma State. 25 seconds as the clock stops. Bowman with Gordon lined up to his left, takes a snap, hands off to Gordon, who is quickly met by Matt Jones, flying up the middle.
Now Oklahoma State calling for a touchdown after a late effort by Ollie Gordon.
Oklahoma State will take a timeout to stop the clock. 14 seconds left in the first half. 2nd and goal.
Yeah, that was a very...
It'll be a 30-second timeout for Oklahoma State.
That was a very impressive run by Gordon. And what I've seen from this Baylor team, there's been multiple plays where they have the player in the backfield like Brendan Presley or Ollie Gordon, and they just aren't able to complete the tackle. Like Matt Jones got back there, had him, and then just wasn't able to pull him down fully.
Yeah, Ollie Gordon, a tough guy to bring down. He led the nation in rushing and scrimmage yards last year. 127 yards and 3 touchdowns against BYU. A guy who received the most Heisman votes out of any running back in the nation last year.
A little bit of a down year this year by his standards, but still such an effective threat for that team. But Alan Bowman has been great today in taking some of the pressure off of Gordon's shoulders to generate so much for the offense. Like last week, without Gordon in the game, a lot of Oklahoma State's offense slowed down.
And they're going to take a look at this to see if Ollie Gordon was into the end zone. A second-ditch effort, and he tried to reach the ball over the goal line. Matt Jones had him wrapped up. It's going to be a close one, as we see on the Jumbotron here at McLean Stadium.
The keys to this are where his elbow and knee landed. Looks like...
Tough to see from this angle that they're showing right now. And...
his right knee might be down because his left leg is laying on Matt Jones.
Yeah, Matt Jones had him wrapped up 2 yards into the backfield. Ollie Gordon, the second-ditch effort towards the pylon.
And he was able to use Matt Jones to not touch his knees to the ground. But we'll see. From this angle, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, they're going to take a long look at this one. How about Alan Bowman's performance today, Aidan?
He's been great, as I said earlier. Just been a mainstay, and
so after further review, it's going to be deemed a touchdown from Ollie Gordon. And just like that, Oklahoma State able to go down the field and, if this extra point is good, tie the ball game. Logan Ward will attempt the extra point. The snap from Freibaum, hold from Paul. And Ward, with his right foot, picks it up through the uprights. It's 17-17. Baylor and Oklahoma State tied with 22 seconds left in the second quarter. We're going to take a quick break as Baylor and Oklahoma State are tied 17 apiece at the homecoming game here at Baylor.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best life this year at Baylor? Well, we've...
Back from McLean Stadium, where 22 seconds are left in the first half. Oklahoma State just scored on a 2-yard rushing touchdown from Ollie Gordon as Logan Ward kicks it off south to north, right to left, and Jamal Bell will receive it and actually call for the fair catch. And we'll take a look at where they spot this football.
Looks like Sawyer Robertson back on the field for the Baylor Bears.
Yeah, so the ball is actually going to be on the 25-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 with 22 seconds left in the second quarter. Robertson back out there. He's in the shotgun with Washington lined up to his left. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Robertson in the shotgun. Claps his hands, takes a snap, turns hands off. Washington trying to find a gap up the middle. Solid gain of 8 on the plate from Bryson Washington on first down as the clock continues to tick. We'll see if Baylor elects to run another play before the half ends.
Yeah, Hankins has some range. He's had a field goal of 51 yards this year. So they could be trying to get him in just enough range.
And they will let the clock tick all the way down. And that's going to take us to halftime. We'll take a break as Baylor's tied 17-17 with Oklahoma State. When we come back, we'll take a look at some stats from the first half and go over some key storylines. You're listening to Baylor Football on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best?
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best life this year at Baylor? Well, we've got the Baylor Roundup Yearbook has been right there with you, capturing those memories at every event. So don't forget to buy your 2022-23 Baylor Roundup Yearbook today and share your memories with friends and family for generations to come. But wait, did you already graduate? Don't worry, we've got you covered. We have yearbooks dating all the way back to 1896. So visit our website today at www.baylor.edu/roundup and order your copy. That's www.baylor.edu/ROUNDUP. Have a great year, Bears, and sick 'em.
Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve.
We welcome you back to McLean Stadium, where it's halftime here in Waco. Baylor and Oklahoma State tied at 17. We'll just take a quick look at some stats here. As in the air, Oklahoma State 217 yards compared to Baylor's 134. A high penalty game from both teams. 9 penalties, who came into this game as the third fewest penalized team in the country. 9 penalties in the first half for 64 yards. For Baylor, on the other hand, 3 penalties, 28 yards. Oklahoma State slightly winning time of possession at the moment, 16:05 compared to Baylor's 13:55. On third down, Oklahoma State 3 for 7 and Baylor 2 for 6. For Oklahoma State, it's been a big storyline of Alan Bowman today. 4 for 18, 217 yards passing, and a touchdown long of 56. In the run game, it's been tough sledding. Ollie Gordon, the leading rusher, 9 rushes, 38 yards, and a touchdown on that last drive. Trent Howland follows right behind with a rush and 6 yards. Brendan Presley leads the receivers with 9 targets, 9 receptions, and 135 yards in the first half, and 1 touchdown. Rodney Fields with 2 receptions, 23 yards, and a long of 21. Sawyer Robertson, 6 for 12 today with an interception, 134 yards, 2 touchdowns, a long of 53. And Nate Bennett came in the game for 1 play. He's 0 for 1 today. Dawson Pendergrass leads the running back room with 3 rushes for 87 yards, a long of 48. And Bryson Washington carrying the heavy load today, 12 rushes, 36 yards. Hal Presley has 2 receptions, 65 yards and a touchdown. Trigg, Monterey Baldwin, and Ashton Hawkins all have 1 catch apiece. And at halftime, there is 10:45 left in this halftime show as Baylor's Golden Wave Band performs their halftime show. We'll take a quick break and come back just before the start of the second half. You're listening to Baylor Football on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best life this year at Baylor? Well, we've got great news. The Baylor Roundup Yearbook has been right there with you, capturing those memories at every event. So don't forget to buy your 2022-23 Baylor Roundup Yearbook today and share your memories with friends and family for generations to come. But wait, did you already graduate? Don't worry, we've got you covered. We have yearbooks dating all the way back to 1896. So visit our website today at www.baylor.edu/roundup and order your copy. That's www.baylor.edu/ROUNDUP. Have a great year, Bears, and sick 'em.
Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears!
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best life this year at Baylor? Well, we've got great news. The Baylor Roundup Yearbook has been right there with you, capturing those memories at every event. So don't forget to buy your 2022-23 Baylor Roundup Yearbook today and share your memories with friends and family for generations to come. But wait, did you already graduate? Don't worry, we've got you covered. We have yearbooks dating all the way back to 1896. So visit our website today at www.baylor.edu/roundup and order your copy. That's www.baylor.edu/ROUNDUP. Have a great year, Bears, and sick 'em.
Back on the Brazos and into McLean Stadium to continue our halftime show for the Baylor Lariat. So Aidan, it's been kind of back and forth between both of these teams. We're sitting here at halftime, tied at 17-all. What have you been seeing so far?
I mean, I've just been seeing, Alan Bowman doing great. The rushing for Oklahoma State being only held to 26 yards. Ollie Gordon being contained. Then you have Baylor's rushing great. They're 169 yards, 8.5 yards to carry. Now you have the injury to Sawyer Robertson, some up and down play, and then uncharacteristic penalties by Oklahoma State. Like we said earlier, they have the third fewest penalties per game in the FBS. And then looking at some of the sloppy tackles by Baylor that led to those scores. So taking that all in, those are, I think, the key things from the first half that I saw.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. A big storyline at the moment. Ollie Gordon on 9 rushes held to just 38 yards. How has Baylor been able to kind of contain him today?
I think just not letting him get those big plays. I did talk about their tackling woes. They did have one with Ollie Gordon at the goal line, but rather than that, they have made sure that he isn't going to break the tackles in the backfield. So I feel like that has been good, except for that one area at the goal line. But overall, they haven't let him break those tackles, which has been key.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And taking a look at Baylor, Dawson Pendergrass, 3 rushes, but 87 yards. He's been on fire today and all afternoon.
Yeah, he was what really got this rushing game going. Not a lot happening before he came in, because what happened is he had those 2 rushes. Richard Reese came in, had a big rush, and that's what really got this offense started and really started to pick at how bad that rushing defense is for Oklahoma State.
Yeah, and we'll take a quick look at some defensive stats, starting with Oklahoma State. Dylan Smith, 5 tackles. He's followed close behind by Kendall Daniels with 4. Kendall Daniels, important to note that he's playing both ways today.
Yeah, he did great in his showing on the offensive side of the field. First catch, a big gain for Alan Bowman and integral to get him going at the beginning.
All right, looking at Baylor, Matt Jones leads the way with 6 tackles. Carl Williams has 4, and Lemire each have 2.
Yeah, the defense for Baylor, some tackling issues, but overall, the rush defense has been really good for them, and that was one of the key points we were talking about at the beginning, having that rush defense be stout. Now, the passing defense has not been there. Alan Bowman, 217 yards and a touchdown, and only 4 missed passes.
Yeah, and a large part of that has been Alan Bowman not being afraid to air one downfield. He's been in the pocket, standing in there, poised, not being afraid to kind of testing this Baylor secondary.
Yeah, he's not adverse to really slinging the ball. He is the only player right now in the FBS that has ever had a 600-yard passing game. So he has the ability to really launch it when he wants to.
Yeah, we'll take a look at how we got to where we are. It all started in the first quarter with Logan Ward of Oklahoma State with a 45-yard field goal as Oklahoma State led 3-0. Baylor would follow with Isaiah Hankins' 30-yard field goal to tie it at 3. With 12:42 left in the second quarter, Hal Presley would get a 12-yard passing touchdown from Sawyer Robertson, where the Bears would take a 10-3 lead, and Oklahoma State would respond on a 33-yard touchdown pass from Alan Bowman to tie 10 apiece. Two touchdowns back-to-back for both teams, and with 6:28 left in the second quarter, Sawyer Robertson on the pass in the flat, his first touchdown of the season, and Baylor took a 10-17 lead. Left in the second quarter, Ollie Gordon powered forward for a 2-yard rushing touchdown, and that's how we are at 17-17.
Yeah, this game, a very tight game. Both teams kind of getting at each other. And the play that really could have changed this game and really did for the momentum is Sawyer Robertson being out for that play. Because that was a drive where they could have gone downfield, been up 24-10. But his absence was really felt on that next play with Nate Bennett looking like he did not know what he was doing in that pocket.
Yeah, it was a crucial third down. Nate Bennett having to come in cold, making a pass. Just fell a little bit short. But that's going to do it for our halftime show here at McLean Stadium. We'll return just before the start of the second half. You're listening to Baylor football on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best life this year at Baylor? Well, we've got great news. The Baylor Roundup Yearbook has been right there with you, capturing those memories at every event. So don't forget to buy your 2022-23 Baylor.
Okay, so I say welcome.
Welcome back for the start of the second half here at McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas, as we await the kickoff from Baylor to Oklahoma State. And for the play-by-play calling duties, I'll turn it over to my broadcast partner, Aidan O'Connor.
Looks like Baylor getting set up for their kickoff here. Isaiah Hankins getting ready. And the kick is away, south to north. Received by Brendan Presley. Running up the field, and he is tackled at about the 22-yard line. And Brendan Presley having a big day, Aidan. Very much a very impactful player for this Oklahoma State offense.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. 135 receiving yards in the first half. They'll look for another big half from him as Alan Bowman and Oklahoma State will get started at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Bowman in the shotgun. Ollie Gordman behind him. Motioning Tyler Foster. Takes the handoff. In the backfield. Throws it long, and it's incomplete. Pass was intended to number 2, Taylon Shetron. Tevin Williams on the coverage.
Yeah, it looked like Shetron actually had Tevin Williams beat up the middle. Just a bad pass on that play from Alan Bowman.
Yeah, just a little overthrown on that play. Now Bowman with Gordon to his right. Motions Brendan Presley. And then fumbles the handoff to Presley on the end around, but picks it back up, and that will be a loss for the Oklahoma State offense.
It looked like they were trying to run kind of a jet sweep. Bowman a little unsure whether or not he was going to give the ball to Presley. As a result, a miscue on the exchange. Luckily for him, he falls on top of it, and they survive for a second down here.
Oh, now it's going to be third down for this Oklahoma State offense. We can see what Bowman will do. 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Gordon in the backfield. They're calling the previous play an incomplete pass, not a fumble. Bowman claps his hands. Takes the snap. Rolling back. It's under pressure, and it's sacked by Matt Jones for the loss. And that will bring Oklahoma State to 4th down.
Matt Jones flew right up the A-gap, and before Alan Bowman knew it, he was getting rushed and taken down. That's a huge loss. Good first drive from the Baylor defense, forcing Oklahoma State to go 3 and out and give the ball back to their offense here.
Wes Paul set to punt the ball away for Oklahoma State with Josh Cameron ready to receive for Baylor. Wes Paul punts it away. Cameron signals for a fair catch, and he'll be spotted at about the 40-yard line. And Josh Cameron, he's been really integral for this team, Aidan. Last week, having very much a career performance against Texas Tech.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns last week, leads the team in touchdowns, and that connection is just built on trust between Sawyer and him. They talked about how much they believed in each other in that post-game press conference.
Now, Sawyer in the shotgun. Claps his hands. Motions Pendergrass over. Rolls to his right. Passes it to Pendergrass. Pendergrass breaks his tackle. And he will be taken out at the sideline at about the 38-yard line.
Good play design by Jake Spavital, getting the defense on one side, motioning Pendergrass, and Robertson completes the pass in the flat for a good gain.
Robertson takes the snap, hands it off to Pendergrass, and Pendergrass will be stopped for only about a gain of 2 yards. But there's a flag on the play. Discussing what the penalty is our referees. And we'll wait to hear the call. So a hands to the face penalty on Michael Trigg. And Aidan, there's been a lot of penalties today on both sides.
Yeah, you're exactly right. In the first half, Baylor had 28 penalty yardage. This is going to add to that total. Not what you want to see when you're trying to play clean football.
Now, Sawyer in the shotgun. Pendergrass to his right. He's waiting. Surveys the defense. Pendergrass now moves to his left. The ball is snapped. Sawyer Robertson in the backfield, and he will be taken down for a sack by the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And that was number 96 for Oklahoma State. Cody Waltersheed.
Yeah, Omar Abedian, the right guard, got beat on that play, and this Baylor offensive line hasn't given up a sack in 2 games, and now given up a sack in this game.
Robertson in the backfield, claps his hands. Looking at the defense, makes a call to his lineman. Takes the snap, hands it off to Pendergrass. Pendergrass trying to break tackles but cannot get away from number 22, Parker Roberson. Jeff Roberson for Oklahoma State.
Yeah, it looks like Oklahoma State is kind of crowding the line of scrimmage. They know they've been beat all day in the run game, trying to have an effort to stop that by crowding the offensive line, and that time they did a good job rallying to the football.
Now we have a 4th down here and a punt from Palmer Williams. And he punts it away. Oklahoma State receives and is immediately wrapped up by the Baylor defense. Number 24, Corey Gordman Jr. on the tackle.
Excellent job by that punt unit to cover and come downfield quickly, wraps him up quickly, and Oklahoma State's going to start at the 11-yard line.
It looks like we have a timeout now. We'll take a short break and then be back.
Stay informed and stay connected with Larry.
I felt bad. I did a bad send-off. That was actually a really bad send-off. Okay.
No, you're good. I mean,
I can't tell the lines either, so I'm just kind of.
What do you mean the lines?
Like where the ball spot.
Oh, I see.
What'd you think?
I mean, I thought that was
by
fine
the
for your
students
first
for the students.
Okay.
Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching
Obviously,
Baylor Lariat TV
descriptive,
News.
knowing the
Stay
names.
informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed and stay connected.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best life this year at Baylor? Well, we've got great news. The Baylor Roundup Yearbook has been right there with you, capturing those memories at every event. So don't forget to buy your 2022-23 Baylor Roundup Yearbook today and share your memories with friends and family. But wait, did you already graduate? Don't worry, we have yearbooks dating all the way back to 1896. So visit our website today at www.baylor.edu/roundup and order your copy. That's www.baylor.edu/ROUNDUP. Have a great year, Bears, and sick 'em.
Receivers to his left, one to his right. Rodney Fields Jr. in the backfield. Matt Jones talking to the defense. Bowman hands it off to Fields. Fields breaks the tackle, and he will have a good gain of about 7 yards. And Fields didn't really get any playing time until last week, Aidan.
Yeah, you're exactly right. He got his first carry last week against BYU, getting more action today, most likely due to that kind of running back group being banged up a little bit.
And here we go. Bowman motioning over Jake Schultz. Hands the ball off to Fields. Fields goes to his left and is tackled down by Devontae Tesno. That will put Oklahoma State at about a 3rd and 3. What do you think they'll do on this play, Aidan?
Well, it's 3rd and 3, and the best option all day long has been Oklahoma State's ability to pass the football as they go in kind of a more spread formation here.
Baylor getting their defense communicating. Bowman takes the snap. Hands it off to, fakes the handoff, passes it. It's caught. It's caught by Cale Cabanis for a long gain, and that will be a first down for Oklahoma State, but there is a penalty on the play.
Yeah, and going back to that last play, as we get a call from our official right now.
Looks like it will be an illegal player downfield, and they'll have to repeat 3rd down. And that is just really bad for the Oklahoma State offense. Such a big gain, and now having to be called back by penalties again.
Yeah, and that play was beautifully drawn up. They went with a spread formation, faked the run, safety blitz, and left a wide open receiver.
Bowman with Gordon to his left. Hands the ball off. Gordon goes up the middle of the field and is tackled down by number 0, Garmin Randolph. And we have an injured player on the field. He seems to get up. It is Garmin Randolph, number 5.
Yeah, good to see Garmin Randolph get up. It's been a very physical game on both ends today. But Garmin Randolph, a guy who has had a lot of experience playing that jack position in the last 5 years, heavily involved rushing the passer, defending the run, and he brings a lot of speed off the edge. So that's going to be a big piece that they might be missing.
And we'll see if Oklahoma State has some trickery up their sleeve as they go to punt. The fake punt earlier in the game. Hudson Kayak set the punt. And is up and away, and it is a fair catch is called by Josh Cameron at about the 45-yard line. a little pushing and shoving after the play. There's been a lot of jarring and a lot of tension between these teams.
Yeah, these two teams obviously having a historic past. They played each other in the Big 12 championship game in 2021. Played each other numerous times over the past couple years as their Big 12 opponents.
A lot of story history between those two teams, and that Big 12 championship coming down right to the 1-yard line at the end of that game. Baylor offense set out on the field. Sawyer Robertson with Bryson Washington to his left. He takes the snap, is backing up, under pressure by Corey Black, and he scrambles. He's going, and he'll have the first down at about the 38-yard line.
Good job from Sawyer Robertson. Corey Black, the cornerback, blitzed off the edge. It was a delayed blitz, being able to get around him and get the first down run.
Now Sawyer Robertson takes the snap, hands it off to Bryson Washington. Bryson Washington gets a block from Michael Trigg, breaks some tackles, and he will be going forward for another Baylor first down.
Bryson Washington just demonstrates such a guy who just runs with so much physicality. Omar Ibedion a couple weeks ago talked about how he's such a physical runner and such a big leader in that locker room.
Now Robertson with Bryson Washington to his left, wide receiver to his right, two wide receivers to his left. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to his right, throws it long, and it's caught! Caught by Aston Hawkins for the touchdown.
43-yard connection from Sawyer Robertson, and Baylor gets into the end zone once again and takes a 23-17 lead over Oklahoma State. That was a beautiful design draw. Sawyer Robertson threaded the needle. Perfect ball placement. Baylor's in the end zone.
And now Baylor set to kick the extra point with Isaiah Hankins. Ball is snapped, the kick is up, and it is good. Baylor now up 24-17. And now we will take a quick break. You are listening to Baylor Football on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears!
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed and stay connected.
Welcome back to Baylor Football on Baylor Lariat Radio. Just coming off the touchdown by Baylor to go up 24-17. What do you think Oklahoma responded to this, Aidan?
Well, Oklahoma State definitely has to respond on this drive here. And it all starts with Alan Bowman. And I think in order to win this game, they're going to have to establish the run game. Ollie Gordon is one of the best running backs in the nation. This is a heavily experienced offensive line for the Oklahoma State Cowboys. They're going to need to figure it out and be able to run the football.
Yeah, Ollie Gordon not getting many yards today. And that was one of our key things at the beginning was, is he going to be? But today that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and give credit to that Baylor defense and Dave Miranda. They did a great job stopping Taj Brooks last week against Texas Tech, too.
Now Isaiah Hankins set to kick it away. It's up, and Brendan Presley receives the ball. And he is brought down by Corey Gordon Jr. What a hit.
Corey Gordon got down there and laid the boom. What a hit from Corey Gordon. You could just hear that gasp throughout this entire stadium.
And Corey Gordon, a returner and a guy that's been a very impactful player a special teams player, and very impactful on defense with 2 interceptions this year.
Yeah, he actually leads the teams in interceptions as well.
Now Oklahoma State onto the field. Bowman in the backfield, takes a snap, hands it off to C.C. Falahi. He has the gap, and he's up for about 6 or so yards, and he will be placed at the 21-22 yard line.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a 7-yard gain. The ball's going to be at the 22. Good run for Malihi.
A lot of discussion between Bowman and his offensive lineman. Jake Schultz to his right, and C.C. Falahi behind him. Motions Schultz to his left. Bowman takes the snap, takes the handoff, and passes it to Dijon Stribling. And he is taken down by Trevin Ma'ai.
A lot of Bowman's passes today have just been simple screens, down the line, short passes. But what's killed Baylor's defense is the yard after catch, not being able to tackle.
Yeah, a lot of missed tackles today that have led to big gains for the Oklahoma State offense. Now 3rd and 1 for Oklahoma State. C.C. Falahi behind Bowman. Bowman takes the snap, hands it off to Falahi, and he'll cut left. And that'll be enough for the first down. And he'll be taken down by number 8, Caden Jenkins.
Right off the gate, the second half, you could see Oklahoma taking a different approach with that run game, not trying to run it up the middle, instead trying to hit the edge with the outside zone.
Yeah, trying to diversify their run game. Now Bowman in the shotgun with Ollie Gordon behind him. Ollie Gordon takes the handoff. Jukes and is up to about the 42-yard line and taken down by 27, Tevin Williams III.
Another good run on this drive from Oklahoma State running back for the first down, and this is exactly what they need to do, establish the run game, and so far this drive they've done a nice job doing that.
Yeah, getting first down after first down, something we have not seen today from this offense. 2 tight ends out there for Oklahoma State. The motion from right to left. Gordon in the backfield, moves to the left of Bowman. Takes the handoff, and it's caught. It's caught by Rashad Owens, and he breaks multiple tackles, and he'll be down at the 10-yard line for a big gain for Oklahoma State.
Another pass down the line, breaks multiple tackles, gets all the way down to the 10-yard line. Baylor's got to fix that, being able to tackle.
Yeah, a lot of missed tackles on that play that led to a big gain for Owens.
Oklahoma State now in a great spot to punch this one into the end zone and tie the game and respond.
Now Bowman in the shotgun again. Gordon behind him. He takes the snap, and he'll go up the middle for a couple yards and be down at about the 11-yard line.
Jackie Marshall making the tackle. Nice swim move, getting off his block to make that tackle.
And we'll see last time Gordon was in the end zone. He reached over and had a great touchdown for them, but also had a fumble earlier. Gordon in the backfield now. Brendan Presley motion to the right. It's pass to Presley. Presley goes to his right. Breaks the tackle. And he will be down at about the 2-yard line.
Good swing pass from Alan Bowman to Presley. Tackled by Matt Jones on the play inside the 5-yard line. And that's why establishing the run game is so important, because when you establish the run game, that opens up the playbook for the pass. It kind of has that defense on their heels and allows you to do more.
Allows Oklahoma State to definitely diversify their play calling. Tight ends being motioned over to Bowman's left. Now being motioned back to the right. Dribbling in the backfield. And there is a penalty on the play before the ball was snapped. Could be an offside.
Looks like they called a timeout on the play.
Oh, maybe they called the timeout before the penalty was thrown. Oh no. A delay of game is called on Oklahoma State, and that will push them back a couple yards.
Yeah, that play clock was coming down toward the wire. Not sure if Coach Mike Gundy wanted to call a timeout there, but delay of game. But it's important to see that Oklahoma State is coming out of halftime in these heavy set, 2 tight ends, trying to motion them to either side, get the defense misaligned so that the run game can open up. And so far, it's been working.
A lot of motion in the backfield during this drive. 3 wide receivers to the left. Gordon now lined up as a receiver to Bowman's right. Bowman alone in the shotgun, but now Gordon coming back. He takes the snap, surveying the field, and throws it to Gordon for no gain. And now some jarring with players afterwards, and that was Keaton Thomas, number 11, who brought him down.
Keaton Thomas, excellent job just quickly diagnosing the play and making the quick tackle. Had 5 tackles last week in the win over Texas Tech. Continues to assert his dominance here today.
And what about Jackie Marshall getting the pressure on that play to make Alan Bowman go out of the pocket? Now it's 4th down, and Oklahoma State elects to kick it. Logan Ward set the kick. The kick is up, and it is good.
Yeah, that one sort of sailed off to the left on that. He was able to sneak it in the left goalpost and cut the Baylor lead down to 4.
Now 24-20, Baylor leads. And we will take a quick break and be back. You are listening to Baylor Football on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears!
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch your latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best life this year at Baylor? Well, we've got great news. The Baylor Roundup Yearbook has been right there with you, capturing those memories at every event. So don't forget to buy your 2022-23 Baylor Roundup Yearbook today and share your memories with friends and family for generations to come. But wait, did you already graduate? Don't worry, we've got you covered.
Welcome back to Baylor Football on Baylor Lariat Radio. You're listening to me, Aidan O'Connor, and my partner, Aidan Pham. Now, Baylor just scored a touchdown, now Oklahoma State just scored a field goal, and now the game is 24-20, Baylor.
Yeah, Baylor having themselves a 4-point lead. They're going to get the ball back, hopefully try to score and extend that lead.
Now we have Logan Ward set to kick off for Oklahoma State. And the kick is up. And you have Devin Lemire receiving. And you have a good gain down to about the 41-yard line, but there are 2 penalties on the play.
Yeah, multiple penalty flags came out on that return.
See what the referees have to say. Well, it looks like there was only one penalty, and that was holding on the receiving team, being Baylor, by number 42, Jeremy Evans.
Yeah, that's a clear holding call, correct call from the refs right there.
Now, what are you looking for in this drive from Baylor, Aidan?
Well, for Baylor, they need to continue their success. It was a great drive where they scored off the Ashton Hawkins touchdown. Sawyer Robertson's going to want to lead them to another one here.
Now, Sawyer Robertson with Richard Reese in the backfield. Richard Reese gets the handoff. And he will have a decent gain for about 3 or 4 yards. Now, Richard Reese, the guy who was very much the starter of this team 2 years ago, having his role a bit limited coming into this year.
Yeah, you're exactly right. He had a disappointing sophomore campaign where he finished 4th on the team.
And now Robertson handing it off to Richard Reese, and he'll be down for another 2-yard gain, and that will set up a 3rd down for Baylor.
Yeah, like I was saying, former Big 12 Offensive Freshman of the Year, this supporting campaign, now he's back for his junior year.
Now we have Dawson Pendergrass in the backfield. Robertson motioning Monterey Baldwin. Takes the ball in the backfield and passes it, and it's just too high for Michael Trigg, and that will be incomplete and set up a 4th down for Baylor.
Oklahoma State blitz. Sawyer Robertson had a guy in his face as he threw that ball, and it was just high for his receiver.
And that's a 3-and-out for Baylor, and now Oklahoma State has a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, not what you wanted if you're Baylor. Oklahoma State doing a nice job getting the ball back to their offense to get back to work.
Now Palmer Williams set to punt the ball away. And we have number 14 for Oklahoma State receiving, and he is taken down very quickly at about the 28-yard line for Oklahoma State.
Man, I tell you, Aidan, this Baylor special team is flying downfield today. They're getting to the ball quicker than that guy can catch it.
Yeah, a lot of good plays by the special teams for Baylor, and a lot of great hits by especially Corey Gordon Jr. being a pivotal part of the special teams unit. Now Oklahoma State taking the field with their offense. One tight end to Bowman's left, 2 wide receivers to his right, and Gordon in the backfield. Jake Schultz being motioned over to the right of Bowman. Ollie Gordon takes the snap, and he will be taken down by Steve Litton. Not a big gain for Oklahoma State, and that looks a lot more like what we were seeing at the beginning of the game from Gordon.
Yeah, Steve Litton playing the jack position, flying up, making the tackle, and Baylor, like Oklahoma State was doing, playing towards the offensive line of scrimmage because they were beat last drive on the run.
Now set up at about the 25-yard line. Bowman with Gordon to his back right. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Gordon again. Gordon tries to go left. Going right now. Breaking a couple tackles. And he'll be finally taken down by number 33, DJ Coleman, but not before getting the first down.
Great vision on that play from Ollie Gordon. Patient with the run, seeing where his gaps were, and being able to break one and find a gap.
And multiple missed tackles on that play, and we were talking about that earlier. Baylor has just had such a tough time today with bringing Gordon down. Now Bowman, empty in the backfield. Takes the snap, is looking, throws it, and it will be incomplete. But there is a flag on the play. Pass was intended for Brendan Presley. And that will be pass interference on the Baylor Bears and set up an automatic first down for Oklahoma State.
Yeah, just not a good play on the ball from the safety that time. Draws a pass interference, and Oklahoma State with 6 seconds left in the third quarter, a fresh set of downs.
Now with three receivers to his left, one to his right, and Sisi Valahi in the backfield for Oklahoma State. Brendan Presley motion to the left of Bowman, and he hands it off to Presley. And Presley breaks the tackle, goes to the edge, and is taken down by number 24, Corey Gordon Jr.
Corey Gordon, an incredible game for him. He's played in all 7 games this year, and he's really stepped up and played well. 19 tackles coming into today's game, 2 interceptions, and 1.5 tackles for loss.
And with that play by Corey Gordon Jr., the third quarter has now come to a close. And we will take a quick break and then be back for the fourth quarter. You're listening to Baylor Football on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now...
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News.
Welcome back to Baylor Football on Baylor Lariat Radio. My name's Aidan O'Connor, and alongside me is Aidan Pham. Now, starting this fourth quarter, there's been a change, it seems, with the rushing game for Oklahoma State. What have you seen out of Ollie Gordon that has changed so far this half?
Yeah, what I've been seeing is Oklahoma State trying to hit the outside zone. This is what Baylor had a lot of success doing last week against Tech in the second half. Hitting the outside, forcing the defensive back to make one-on-one tackles in space, which is not easy to do.
All right, now Oklahoma State taking the field. Bowman by himself in the backfield. 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. He motions them to come closer in. Takes the snap. Surveying, being chased by Jackie Marshall, and ends up having to throw it away, and that will cause a 3rd down and 10 for Oklahoma State.
Baylor able to get pressure on the quarterback, rushing only 3. That time, Jackie Marshall getting in the backfield, forcing the throw from Alan Bowman.
How about Jackie Marshall? Such a big player in the second half for getting pressure on Alan Bowman.
Yeah, Alan Bowman had a lot of time to sit in that pocket in the first half, and with air throws downfield, they're not letting him sit in that pocket anymore. They're blitzing and sending pressure his way.
Now, 3rd and 10. Bowman takes the snap. Passes it off to Gordon. Gordon going up the field, and he will have the 1st down. Just another one of those passes behind the line of scrimmage that Baylor can't seem to stop.
Yeah, that's another good play design, just kind of getting the guys on one side, opening up the other half of the field, and a lot of green grass and a lead blocker. Sets them up at the 32-yard line with a fresh set of downs.
Now Bowman in the backfield with Gordon. 3 wide receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Claps his hands, takes the snap, hands it off to Gordon. Gordon up the left side, and he will be taken down by Devontae Tesno for a short gain. But we do have a player down for Baylor. Looks like Tevin Williams III is a bit hobbled and will now be subbed out of the game. Now a 2nd and 9 for Oklahoma State. C.C. Valahi in the backfield with Bowman. Bowman surveying the field. Throws it to his right to Valahi, and Valahi will be tackled down by number 11, Keaton Thomas, close to the 1st down.
There's a penalty flag in the backfield around where Bowman threw that football.
This could perhaps be coming back for Oklahoma State. Seems to be a lot of confusion today with the refs, a lot of time to figure out what these penalties are.
Yeah, a lot of talk between these refs.
And it was holding on the Oklahoma State offense, and that will push them back and erase that game by C.C. Valahi. Now, penalties have just been such a big factor today for Oklahoma State, pushing them back on many big plays where they could have had something.
Yeah, and that time, Baylor got a lot of pressure on their quarterback. Offensive lineman held the pass rusher, backed them up 10, wipes off a really good play from Valahi.
Now 2nd and 19 for the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Bowman takes the snap, surveying the field, has time, scrambles, but he will be taken down by number 9, Trevin Ma'ai. There was nowhere to go for Bowman, and he looks hurt. He has gotten up, but he was holding his hand. Looks like he's staying in the game, though.
Yeah, good job from Baylor. The secondary, that zone coverage, nowhere to go, tight coverage downfield. Bowman forced to do something with it, sacked.
Now a big play, 3rd and 25. See if Bowman can pull magic out of the hat once more on a 3rd down. Bowman takes the snap, surveying the field, throws it, and it's almost picked off. It'll be incomplete. Pass intended for Brennan Presley, and that will bring up a 4th down for Oklahoma State.
Yeah, a little air under that ball, short, almost picked off. And Oklahoma State's going to punt. Baylor's going to get the ball back. Nice job by the defense, bending but not breaking.
Now Hudson Kayak set to punt for Oklahoma State. And is up and away. Josh Cameron back to receive, calling for a fair catch, but he will let it bounce. And it was almost received back at the 1-yard line by Oklahoma State, but then it was muffed and it picked up at about the 5-yard line.
Yeah, that Oklahoma State player tried to down it at the 1, mishandled the ball, ended up actually tipping it all the way towards the 10, and they were able to recover it at the 4.
Yeah, on that drive, just very good defensive play by Baylor and a lot of costly mistakes by Oklahoma State. Now, as we said multiple times throughout this broadcast, Oklahoma State has not been a team to have penalties and, 3rd lowest in the FBS when it comes to that. What do you think is causing them to have so many of these penalties and the sloppiness?
Well, majority of these penalties have been the offensive line. You have an illegal man downfield that wipes up a big pass from Brennan Presley. On that last drive, Valihi, nice swing pass, but you get a holding call. It's how great this Baylor defensive line has played, forcing these uncharacteristic errors from Oklahoma State's veteran offensive line.
And how about Jackie Marshall being such a big part of this second half? Because in the first half, there was no pressure on Alan Bowman whatsoever. But this half, it seems like every play, Jackie Marshall is there and applying pressure.
Yeah, we got to see what Dave Aranda said in that locker room, because so far, this Baylor defense has came out on fire in the second half.
Now for this Baylor offense set to go out on the field. They will hope to strike and further their lead. Now, when looking at the last drive with Bowman, do you think perhaps he did injure his hand and that caused that play to be an errant throw?
He definitely took a hit. It didn't look anything like he was hurt. It just, he was pressured on that last play, kind of forced an uncharacteristic throw. And it came off a little weird because of the position he was in.
And now for this next drive, a pivotal drive in this game with 12 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the 4th. What does Oklahoma State have to do to stop this Baylor offense?
Well, first thing they need to do is stop the run, because if you don't stop the run, it's going to force you to bring a safety up, and what that means is you're going to be man-to-man on the back end, and that's going to leave you susceptible to these big plays downfield.
And for Baylor, a strong running game today, 187 yards total. So we could see a lot more of them this drive.
Yeah, and once again, Baylor's starting a drive pinned deep into their territory, this one from the 5-yard line.
But remember last time, Dawson Pendergrass with a big 48-yard run from inside their own end zone. But now this time, Bryson Washington in the backfield with Robertson. He motions Gavin Yates closer to the line, and then he hands it off to Bryson Washington. Bryson Washington breaks the tackle. He breaks another, and he will be down at the 23-yard line. And just like last time, there is a big play from a running back for Baylor to get out of their own end zone. And now going hurry up. Bryson Washington still in the game. Robertson hands it off to Washington. Washington being held by his foot, and that was the only way that they were going to stop him on that play. Kobe Hilton on the tackle.
Yeah, and so far today, not good linebacker play from Oklahoma State.
Now Robertson gets the snap again, hands it to Washington, and this play will be taken down for only about a yard or no gain.
And it's a short gain, but it'll be good enough for a Baylor first down.
Just enough, and that's what they needed there on that play, even though not a lot. And now the Baylor offense getting set up, motioning receivers around. Have Josh Cameron on the left, Ashton Hawkins, and Hal Presley on the right. Robertson takes the snap. Under pressure, throws it, and it's caught by Ashton Hawkins. And he will step out of bounds. And that will be another first down for Baylor.
Yeah, that time, like I said, Baylor was doing a good job running the football. Safety came up, man-to-man coverage, and Ashton Hawkins just beat his man on that drive, or that play, excuse me.
Now Pendergrass in the game as the running back for Baylor. 2 wide receivers to Robertson's right, 1 to his left. Robertson claps his hands, surveys the field, and he's throwing it long, and it is incomplete. Pass was intended for Hal Presley. The crowd is calling for a pass interference, but it just looked like there was no way that play was going to be completed. He was covered very well.
Yeah, great coverage in the secondary. The crowd's not going to like it, but that ball was a little overthrown, so it was uncatchable. Good call from the official to keep the flag in the pocket.
Now Pendergrass in the backfield for Baylor. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Robertson claps his hands, takes the snap, and throws it to his left, throws it to Hawkins. Hawkins going down the field, and he will be taken out of bounds at about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, they're not going to get credit for that play, but that offensive line did a great job selling the screen and then getting downfield and making a block and giving Ashton Hawkins room.
And now Baylor going fast tempo this drive. Pendergrass staying in the game in the backfield. Robertson takes the snap, hands it off to Pendergrass. Pendergrass going to his right, is able to evade the defensive lineman, and is able to cut. He's going into the end zone, and it's a touchdown for Baylor, but there is a flag in the backfield.
Yeah, looks like this one might come back. I couldn't spot who the number was, but there was definitely a holding in the backfield on that play.
And it is holding for Baylor, and for Baylor fans, that's just got to be gut-wrenching, having a wonderful play by Dawson Pendergrass called back because of holding.
Yeah, number 97, Justin Kirkland, off the edge, was in position to make that play, and he was held up by the right tackle, and that's going to be a holding call every single time.
Game clock being reset by the referees. Now at 9:42. Bryson Washington back on the field for the Baylor Bears. Michael Trigby motioned over, handoff to Washington. Washington goes up the middle, and that will be a gain of about 3 yards. Not much for Washington on that play.
Yeah, Oklahoma State, good job swarming, tackling. Short gain on the play.
Now a 2nd down and 17 for this Baylor offense. A lot of yards to go to get back to that first down. Robertson talking to his offense. Michael Trigg lined up behind the left tackle. Washington in the backfield. Trigg motioned out to the left. Robertson running it himself, goes up the field. Breaks the tackle, and he will be going into the end zone. Sawyer Robertson, touchdown for the Baylor Bears. An exquisite play from Sawyer Robertson, calling his own number and rushing into the end zone.
Yeah, that gap up the middle open, and that was a huge hole. Sawyer Robertson, a ton of space and green grass in front of him, and he rushes into the end zone, his 4th of the year.
And now Isaiah Hankins set to kick the extra point for Baylor. And it is up and right down the middle. Now your score for Baylor versus Oklahoma State, 31-20. Baylor leading. Now we will take a quick break and then be back for Oklahoma State and see what they will do. You are listening to Baylor football on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears! Are you a
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
Stay informed and stay. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Hey Bears!
Welcome back to Baylor football on Baylor Lariat Radio. Now we're following up an impressive scoring drive by the Baylor Bears where Sawyer Robertson called his own number and scored a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, Sawyer Robertson, 41-yard touchdown run up the middle, and a big part of that has been, and actually the struggles from this Oklahoma State defense this entire season has been due to injuries at that linebacker spot. You lose Colin Oliver week 2, Nick Martin you will lose earlier in the year, and that's why this linebacker core has struggled. Oklahoma State's defense gives up 237.9 yards per game on the ground, and that's due to poor play at the linebacker position, not being able to wrap up, and just like that, Sawyer Robertson breaks one.
And now Baylor set to kick off. Gavin Freeman and Cole Cabanis set to receive for Oklahoma State. Now Jack Stone set to kick it off for Baylor. It's up, and Gavin Freeman will let it go in the back of the end zone. And now Oklahoma State trying to come out, and they need to score on this drive. Only 8 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the fourth. They have to have an answer to stay in this game.
They really do. You're absolutely right. Down to 11, 8:55. You got to get some points on this drive, you got to think, because if you don't, you're going to give the ball back to Baylor, and the momentum is all in favor of the Bears right now.
And this is the moment that Alan Bowman makes a case for him being the starter. Can he lead them back? Bowman in the backfield, takes the snap, takes the handoff, throws it to Presley, and that will be good enough for a first down. Presley just been torching the Baylor Bears defense today.
And I tell you what, that connection is special. Brennan Presley led OSU's leading as Bowman swings it out on first down. Brennan Presley, like I was saying, led Oklahoma State in receiving yards in 2022 and 2023, and also this season as well.
Presley been such a pivotal part of that offense. Now Oklahoma State going hurry up. Gordon in the backfield. Bowman takes the snap, looking out over the field. Passes it over the middle. And guess who? It's Brennan Presley once again.
Yeah, Brennan Presley, top 10 in Oklahoma State history in catches, receptions, all-purpose yards, kickoff return yards, basically every category.
Go in, hurry up again. Bowman hands it off to Gordon. Gordon going up the middle and is finally taken down from the effort of Keaton Thomas and number 3, Devin Bobby. Going hurry up again. Bowman takes a snap, looking to pass. Throws it deep downfield, and it is incomplete. Pass intended for Talon Chetron, and great coverage by Caden Jenkins on the play.
Caden Jenkins, Carl Williams said this week that having him in the DB room is such a blessing. He's such a competitor, shows so much energy, and everybody feeds off of it.
Now both teams making substitutions. A big 3rd down and 2 for this Oklahoma State offense. Gordon right behind Bowman. Bowman motioning out as a receiver. Gordon takes the snap himself and is taken down behind the line of scrimmage. And that will be a stop for Baylor and a 4th down for Oklahoma State.
Matt Jones, the tackler on the play, absolutely did not fall for the trickery. And just so great at making solo tackles in open space, demonstrating it right there.
And this could be the play that decides the game here. 4th and 4 for Oklahoma State. Bowman, 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Gordon in the backfield. Bowman takes the snap, has time, throws it, and it's caught again by Brennan Presley, an incredible catch.
Devin Lemire was on him like a blanket. Brennan Presley, such strong hands making that catch. It's 4th and 4, game on the line. Who else for Bowman to go to than his man, Brennan Presley?
And now the clock winding down. Oklahoma State need to have urgency to score. 6 minutes, 21 seconds on the clock. Rodney Field in the backfield for Oklahoma State now. He gets the handoff. He jukes Matt Jones and is able to push forward for another Oklahoma State 1st down.
Good delay handoff from Alan Bowman. A lot of room to run up the middle.
Oh, excuse me. A 2nd down and 2 was not enough for the 1st down for Oklahoma State. Bowman takes the snap, takes the handoff to Fields, throws it to his left, and it is caught by number 10, Rashad Owens on the sideline. The Oklahoma State making their march down the field. 5 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Brennan Presley has been impressive on this drive. Wouldn't be surprised if he'd go to him again. Now, Bowman in the backfield with Fields. Takes the snap, looking to pass, throws it high, jump ball, and it is incomplete, but there is a flag on the play that looks to be pass interference on Baylor. We'll be awaiting the ref's call. And it is pass interference on the Baylor defense on such a pivotal play. The crowd in disgust.
Wow, Alan Bowman going for the Jean dribbling, and that was excellent coverage downfield, trailing the receiver, knocking it out of his hands, but the official calls a pass interference.
And now, a 1st down for Oklahoma State inside the end zone with 5 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Gordon back in the backfield. Bowman passes it to Gordon. Gordon chugging his way, and he'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 2-yard line. But the clock will still keep rolling. Below 5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Oklahoma State going hurry up. Gordon still in the backfield. Gordon gets the handoff. And Gordon pushing forward, and he has the touchdown.
Baylor fans in the stadium not happy with that pass interference call, setting up the Oklahoma State touchdown. And Oklahoma State looks to be
considering a 2-point conversion, or I saw ref signaling a touchdown. Yes, it is a touchdown. They are going for a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, it'll set them up for a 3-point game if they convert this here.
Bowman. Oh, no, Gordon gets the pass. Gordon running to his right, passes in the end zone, and it is caught by Brennan Presley. He bobbled the ball, but was able to bring it back in. And now, Oklahoma State within 3 of Baylor.
Some trickery here from Oklahoma State. The double pass, Ollie Gordon. And looked like an incomplete pass, but he was able to corral it in. They're going to take a look to see if that ball touched the turf.
Looks very close. But seems that they have confirmed it is a 2-point conversion. Now Baylor leads 31-28. And we'll take a quick timeout and then be back. You are listening to Baylor Football on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Stay informed.
Welcome back to Baylor Football on Baylor Lariat Radio. Just coming off of a touchdown by Oklahoma State. Now the game is 31-28, Baylor leading. And Gordon on that drive, such a pivotal part of that. He was a non-factor in the first half, and then marching them down the field, but also making the throw in the end zone to Brennan Presley.
Yeah, Ollie Gordon had 17 yards in the first half. And in the second half here, 60 yards.
He's really upped his game in the second half, returning to his form from last year. Now Baylor hoping to respond and perhaps seal this game. 4 minutes, 51 seconds to go.
Based off the kickoff return unit, looks like they're expecting or prepping for a possible onside kick here. As now they shift back to the more ordinary kickoff formation.
Hudson Cox sets a kick and goes at about the 17-yard line. Fair catch called by Michael Allen. And now for Baylor, seeing what we've seen the entire game, what do you think is key to them putting this game away? Do you think there should be a little bit of clock management, or do you think it's all about going down and scoring?
I think both. Obviously, number one, you want to get the clock ticking and chew as much clock up as you want, but you want to get first downs, you want to score, and I expect Sawyer Robertson to run it himself a lot this drive and hand it off to Dawson Pendergrass too.
Now Pendergrass in the backfield for Baylor. Robertson takes the handoff, jukes the man, and is able to get a couple yards out of the backfield. Nothing really for Robertson there.
Yeah, Oklahoma State has had trouble with rushing QBs towards the stretch, down the stretch of games, and Sawyer Robertson, like I said, that time runs the football himself.
Now 2nd and 2, Pendergrass in the backfield. Robertson hands it off to Pendergrass. Pendergrass makes a move on a man, but then is taken down by number 33 for Oklahoma State, Obi Ezigbo. Could have been a big game there for Dawson Pendergrass, but Ezigbo coming up with a big stop. Now 3rd and 3 for this Baylor offense with 4 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Pendergrass in the backfield, 1 wide receiver to Robertson's left, 3 to the right. Robertson takes a snap. Quick pass to Cameron. Cameron is able to get the first down, but taken down by Kobe Hilton. Looked like he had a lot of room there if Hilton was not able to take him down.
Just a simple wide receiver screen from Sawyer Robertson and Josh Cameron, getting the first down and more importantly, keeping the clock ticking.
Baylor letting the clock tick down. 3 minutes, 27 seconds. 2 wide receivers to Robertson's left, 1 to the right. Pendergrass in the backfield. Hands it off to Pendergrass. Pendergrass making a couple cuts. He keeps going. He breaks the tackle. He's going down the field. It's all green grass for Pendergrass, and it's a touchdown for Baylor. What an amazing play by Pendergrass, who has set so many long rushing plays for this Baylor offense.
Just when you think you have him wrapped up, his offensive lineman comes in there, gives him a shove. He gets free, gets into the end zone, and Baylor about to go up 10 points with 3:06 left in the fourth quarter. Dawson Pendergrass, what a day he's had.
Making a name for himself certainly today. Isaiah Hankins set to kick the extra point. And it's up and good. And it is 38-28, Baylor leading. With a great play by Pendergrass to give them the lead.
Yeah, and once again, Aidan, that was just poor tackling by the linebackers. That's been a constant problem throughout the afternoon for Oklahoma State. That time, unable to wrap up the tackle, breaks one for a touchdown.
And now with that, we'll take a quick timeout here. You are listening to Baylor Football on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best life this year at Baylor? Well, we've got great news. The Baylor Roundup Yearbook has been right there with you, capturing those memories at every event. So don't forget to buy your 2022-23 Baylor Roundup Yearbook today and share your memories with friends and family for generations to come.
Welcome back to Baylor Football and Baylor Lariat Radio. Baylor set to kick off after a huge touchdown run from Dawson Pendergrass. Oklahoma State looking to respond and stay in this game with dwindling time. Jack Stone kicks it away. It is caught by Gavin Freeman. Gavin Freeman going down the field, breaking tackles, and he is ultimately taken down by number 22 for Baylor.
Looks like Reggie Bush, number 22, made the tackle, but a flag came out towards the end of that play.
And that'll be holding on Oklahoma State. Just another sloppy penalty for this team that has had a history of not having these type of penalties.
Yeah, and you know, in tight games like this, those are the plays and those are the penalties that make the difference. You can't get backed up 10 yards off a great return like that.
Now Oklahoma State getting their offense set up. And Alan Bowman, known for some late-game heroics, last week wasn't able to win because his defense did let a touchdown in the last 30 seconds. But he is 9-6 in one-score games, this, though, being two-score. So there are a lot of people that would believe in him if they get down the field and are able to get an onside kick.
And they're moving the football up.
Seems that the holding is now nullified, and the Oklahoma State offense will move up. Bowman takes a snap. Under pressure, rolls to his right, and throws it, and it is caught by Talon Chetron. Bowman able to escape the pressure by Steve Linton that time and get the ball away for a positive gain.
Yeah, Baylor did a great job getting pressure initially, but lost contain as Bowman spun out and was able to get the pass off.
Now 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Cece Falahi in the backfield for Oklahoma State.
Presley on one-on-one coverage right here.
Bowman throws it to his right, and that will be caught by Presley. Another one of those plays where it's just a quick pass behind the line of scrimmage for a big gain for Oklahoma State. Been so effective throughout this entire game.
Yeah, that's been their bread and butter all afternoon, and it's worked great.
Now Bowman takes the snap, looking to his right, throws, and it is incomplete. Almost a big gain from Talon Chetron, but it is dropped. And now it's a 3rd down and 4 for Oklahoma State with 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go.
Alan Bowman uncorks one, targeting Hayden Jenkins on defense. They've been picking on him all afternoon, hoping to draw a flag on that play. No call though.
Now a pivotal 3rd down and 4, but they are in 4th down territory. We'll see what they'll do. Bowman hands it off to Falahi. Falahi wrapped up by Matt Jones. And he will be just short of the 1st down. And it will be 4th and 2, and looks like there will be a timeout for teams to figure out what they will do on this pivotal play.
Yeah, it's our 2-minute timeout of the second half.
And so, Aidan, this is such an important play to the rest of this game. 1 minute, 59 seconds to go. Oklahoma State is 4th down and 2. What do you expect them to do, and what should they do?
If I'm going to run the ball for Oklahoma State, you got to hit the edges. Baylor's front 7 has done such a good job corralling up the middle, and when they've had success on runs, it's been off the edge, forcing the defensive backs to come up and make an open space tackle. But, you know, as great as Baylor's been against the run, I think I wouldn't be surprised if they air it out here with Alan Bowman.
Yeah, Bowman been great today, as we were talking about earlier. He's been really most consistent part of this offense throughout all 4 quarters. 25 for 34, 333 yards and a touchdown. Now Gordon not coming alive till late the second half. He has been known in this game to break tackles, get those short yardage. So we could see him in on that play, or like you said, Bowman. But there also has been trick plays that we have not seen that they've pulled out, like a Kendall Daniels on the field, or Gordon even passing it.
Oklahoma State pulled all the tricks out of the bag today. Fake punt, double pass. I mean, it's safe to say you can expect anything here.
Yeah, there's been so much that the Oklahoma State offense has done in the second half, a lot more dynamic than the first half. And looking for some momentum here, they get the 1st down, and they've got to be wary of time as well. If they do run it, that clock will keep going unless they take a timeout.
Oklahoma State 3 timeouts, 1:59 on the clock. You got to have Ollie Gordon, one of the best running backs in the nation, in on this play. And when you have a guy who's such a gifted runner, I don't see how you don't give it to him on 4th and 2 with the game on the line.
Yeah, that time management is going to have to be quick once they get Ollie. If he gets that 1st down, because they'll have to score, then onside kick, get the ball, and then go down the field and score again. So there's a lot of things that have to happen for this Oklahoma State team to even have a chance of either tying or taking the lead.
And both teams are trotting back out there for this 4th and 2 play. Game on the line for sure.
Now here we go. 4th and 2. 1 minute, 59 seconds to go. Bowman with Presley. With Presley in the backfield with him. And Gordon.
Yeah, the triple option.
Now wide receivers being spread out. Only Gordon in the backfield now. Bowman takes the snap. Throws it to his right. And it's caught by Dijon Stribling, and that will be a first down for Oklahoma State. Now they're going hurry up, not using a timeout. Bowman looking to throw. Throws it and is almost picked off by Matt Jones. Seemed to be some miscommunication with Gordon, and Gordon looks to be down on the field holding his lower leg. And last week, he did have an injury on his lower leg, so hopefully this is not a reoccurrence of that injury, but hopefully he can get up.
He ran a little slant route across the middle, and coming out of his break, looked a little gingerly and awkward. That's kind of why that pass was so awkward, and hopefully he's okay here.
And while they attend to Ollie Gordon, we'll take a quick break and be back with the rest of the 4th quarter for Oklahoma State and Baylor. You're listening to Baylor Football on Baylor Lariat Radio. You're listening to Baylor Football on Baylor Lariat Radio. Ollie Gordon walking gingerly on the last play, able to get off the field. And now CZ Falahi in the backfield for Oklahoma State. Bowman looking to pass again. Throws it long. And it is incomplete to Rashad Owens. A long pass, tried to get his feet in, but the referees say he did not. And we are now coming up on a 3rd and 10 for Oklahoma State with 1 minute and 38 seconds to go.
That was a great catch. He had to jump up for it, and just barely that right foot of his was out of bounds.
Now Valahi in the backfield. Bowman takes the snap, looking to pass again, rolling to his right. Throws across his body. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted by Corey Gordon Jr. Think of how much we've called his name today. He's been all over the field.
Yeah, we really have. And this Baylor defense, since they've done such a good job forcing Oklahoma State in this situation, they know they can't run the football, which allows you to step back and play more tight defense on the back end because they have to pass.
Now it's 4th and 10. The crowd getting loud. Bowman alone in the backfield. 3 wide receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Takes the snap. Throws it to his left. And it's going to be picked off by Baylor. That will seal the game. Picked off by LeVar Thornton Jr.
Thornton Jr. Big interception, gets the ball back for the Baylor offense. Alan Bowman on that last play, not sure what he was looking at. Tried to air it down the near sideline, but miscommunication. He was trying to look for Ayo Shoto Maiting, but not sure what route he was running there either.
And safe to say, if there isn't any blunders by Baylor, that should seal the game. Now Baylor back on the field. Richard Reese in the backfield. Robertson takes the snap, hands it off to Richard Reese, and Richard Reese will go for it for a couple yards. Timeout taken by Oklahoma State to stop the clock at 1 minute and 14 seconds. And LeVar Thornton Jr. talked about redemption earlier in the game, having a pass interference call that led to a Oklahoma State touchdown, now having what could be the game-sealing interception.
Yeah, he's been one of those guys who rotates in on the secondary, and a great showing out today from him. This secondary from Baylor has been riddled with injuries throughout the years. Some guys playing gingerly, not 100%. A lot of rotations going on, seeing some young guys step up in LeVar Thornton.
Yeah, now Baylor coming back onto the field, a 2nd and 8. Richard Reese staying in the field. Clock now changed to 1 minute and 17. Robertson motions, Gavin Yates over, passes, hands it off to Richard Reese. Richard Reese going down the field, and he will be out of bounds, out of about the 40.
A good job by Richard Reese for the first down, but he stepped out of bounds, so that's a free timeout for Oklahoma State. It stops the clock.
Yeah, that would have been devastating to Oklahoma State if he had that gain and stayed in bounds and let the clock run. But now stepping out of bounds, so there will be 1 minute, 12 seconds. Richard Reese still on the field. 3 wide receivers to Robertson's left, 1 to his right. Gavin Yates being motioned over closer to center again. Robertson hands it off to Reese. Reese to the right, has some room, and is taken down by number 9 for Oklahoma State. And now the clock continues to run.
Yeah, that should about do it. Baylor feels comfortable here, taking a knee. And looks like they're going to do just that.
Now Robertson set to take the knee to finish this game. And Robertson takes the knee as the fans are shouting BU. And Baylor has won versus Oklahoma State 38-28 to improve to a record of 4-4. They are now back at 500, and for Oklahoma State, their losing streak continues, and they have not won a game against a Big 12 opponent yet. So when you think about everything that happened today, what do you think were some of the key points to how Baylor was able to get this win for Oklahoma State?
I think they played a great 4 quarters of football, establishing the run early, and defensively, they were able to stop the run, get Oklahoma State in a position where they had to pass the football and force Alan Bowman to make those tough throws. Overall, just sound football all afternoon. Now, there's some things that they're going to have to fix with those penalties, but overall, I think Dave Arena's got to be happy with his team today.
Yeah, a team that has bounced back and a team that has scored 32 points a game. Now today's scoring 38. A highly productive offense, very different from what it was a year ago.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Jake Spavital has done a great job with this offense, and the air attack, Sawyer Robertson complements it really well, and he can run the football too, and with this 38-28 score, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And thank you everyone for listening to Baylor Lariat Radio today for Baylor football. That concludes our broadcast. Baylor winning the game 38-28 against Oklahoma State. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This has been Baylor football on Baylor Lariat Radio.